We are live.
Cool. Yeah, we were just talking about the actual playing of the game Avatar, and it felt relevant to just include. Um, but yeah,
Indeed.
the NPCs are surprisingly easy, but also kind of hard to keep track of all their little bits.
Yeah.
But they're easy to come up with on the fly. Um, the real concern is people don't always know all of their character sheet stuff because the PCs have so many more powers
Yeah.
than even your most powerful NPC.
Yep.
They have a lot more options to pick from.
Yeah, I mean, NPCs only have one side of the balance track. So they only
Yeah.
have one uh, principle. They have a drive, which is just if you're at a loss of how to where the character wants to go, just aim them at their drive again. It's just a
Yep.
reminder.
Yeah, because I have run this outside of this group who is pretty used to Powered by the Apocalypse games and been playing Avatar for a little bit. I have run this for demo games at stores. I've run it for other people as well, and the balance and drives is the same mechanic. Functionally, the fact that this game has two has been striking people as weird
Mm-hmm.
because they don't know how to do both.
Mm-hmm.
It's do I follow my balance or do I follow my drive because they do the exact same rhetorical function on your character. It's the same thing. It's a waypoint you're supposed to push towards.
Yeah.
With NPCs, how I was building them, I gave them a generic but immediate goal, basically, as their drive.
And that seems like a better function than the written function of drive.
Yeah, I don't know what the written function of drive is. How I
There
would
isn't really one.
assume it is. Yeah. I would just assume drive is specific, balance is more ideology of this person. Or a summary of their
Yeah,
ideology.
but in play, they end up being the same thing. It's just like a compass point for the player to point their character towards. So there might be a denotative difference, but functionally, it's just a compass point. And having two compass points, players have found confusing.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like they're just going to pick one and
I
not
mean,
worry about the other one ever again.
is there a drive on the character sheet?
Yeah.
Is there?
I think it's just the NPCs.
Yeah. I don't think it's
Yeah.
PCs.
Characters have something similar, right?
I
They
think we
have
just
a
have our
demeanor.
balance.
They have
Two
a
sides of the
demeanor.
balance, and yeah, their demeanor.
Yeah,
sorry.
demeanor.
Oh.
I got the words mixed up. The PC version's demeanor, and that's how they act in a situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then the PCs also have balance, which is how they act in a situation.
True.
The demeanor is usually personality traits when I'm looking at the ones on mine of just
demeanor to me,
rather than drive, which is more of a goal.
We'll get to this in the review, but demeanor to me is intended to be sort of keywords that you use to describe your character when you're describing what they do. And then balance is when you decide what they do in the first place.
So yeah, there is definitely nuance between the two. Just the balance has been confusing.
Yeah, I
balance
totally
is confusing for people that have not played a lot of these style of games.
Yep.
Well, the fact that it's two sides of a track and you're pushing and pulling against them and they're not opposite is probably a major source of the disconnect. Because I can be aiming toward experience and still be and still have humility in that. I can do two at once.
Yep.
You know.
It's why are these treated like opposites? And
but also
they
only
they half are treated as opposites for the character, even if they and they're presented as opposites.
They're presented as opposites, but also the fact it only shifts mechanically is also a sticking point.
Yeah.
For people, like, if I do righteous actions, why doesn't my righteous balance side go up, right?
It'd be a decent end of session question, actually, to add in. It's like, did you do something that was sort of embodying one of your two points of balance? Then shift it towards
If so, shift your track. Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't understand that the only way to shift balance is to have therapy or fight.
Yeah. Which, to be fair,
Those are
fits
the only.
Avatar, kind of. Those are the two ways
That
that
is,
people...
yeah, true. That is how they handle all of their problems. It's
Yep.
either therapy or fighting, and there's not a possible middle ground between those two options.
Yeah, there's not just
ever
an epiphany.
presented. You can't just consider your own actions and choose to do something different. No, you have to fight about it or have a breakthrough.
Yep.
I'm sorry, introspection? That's too adult, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You need to fight
we don't
or
have
have an
adult
adult
moves in this
allowed
game.
to.
No one ever changes their mind on their own. It's always someone acting upon them in some manner that changes their mind.
And you have to resist it. You can't just go with it.
Yeah, mine only gets changed by trying to have it not be changed.
Yeah.
Your mind only changes when you try to change someone else's mind.
That's the thing I would tweak the most, is the guide and comfort move in relation to balance. It doesn't feel
I understand they wanted to tie a non-combat balance move in there, and that was the most appropriate move in the format. But it should be, I don't know, throw it on all the moves. Trick, plead.
Yeah,
just give all of them shift balance options. Just every single move.
I've been working with that with Chasing Adventure. Because I don't want favor to be that big of a thing, because it isn't meant to be that big of a focus compared to balance and Avatar. But when it is there, I'm like, okay, yeah, here is when having someone favor you would help you accomplish something better. And it's usually to do with convincing them or reading them. Yeah.
I don't know.
So,
all right.
What happened last? Welcome to episode 4, potentially and probably, but not definitively, the final episode of Avatar.
The one where there's probably, but not definitively, robots.
Yes. We may split it into episode 4 part 1 and episode 4 part 2. The
classic.
Yep. The classic 4-part ending to Avatar. I hope there's not four more sessions.
I don't have 4 more sessions. Sorry, I don't have that much going on with this. I don't have 4 sessions worth.
So what is happening? What happened, and what are we doing? I believe there's a plan in place.
There's a bomb. There's a child, and there's a volcano.
Sounds like a party.
And to get the kid back, we've got it split into 2 teams. The infiltration team that will be rescuing the kidlet from the room where he is implanted with a bomb from a completely other faction, and the distraction team that will hopefully allow them to get in and out unobserved while the Pai-Sho match is going on.
Mm-hmm. So, about that, yeah, there's a tournament. There's also a tournament. We have not yet mentioned the tournament.
We started this as a tournament arc. Now we're on to the heist ending.
The stop the terrorists and stop the people the terrorists are against.
It's a little bit both bad. Yeah, it is heist.
Really is very much John McClane. Yeah.
I need to watch that at some point. I still have yet to see Die Hard.
We are in an evil.
It's the best Christmas movie.
I don't know. I saw Home Alone recently. I wasn't loving Home Alone, but I'd seen it before.
We're in a villain's giant mansion, too. It has all of the things.
That's true.
Oh my god, this is actually Violent Night, starring David Arbor. That's also a good Christmas movie.
I've not seen that one.
Recent?
That was very recent.
Okay.
He plays literal Santa Claus.
Right.
And then, yeah, I've seen the ads.
Advertisements, yeah.
It is good. If you like action movies. It's made by the people who made John Wick, so...
Which,
I didn't know that.
To go off on a tangent, is getting a spin-off series on Peacock.
I did just find that out.
There's too many streaming services.
Yeah.
It's like cable all over again.
Prefer Monopoly?
Why can't everyone just provide us everything we want at a reasonable rate? Forever.
I just want a service.
That sounds like communism.
I want an aggregate service. They're just refusing to share. I want an aggregate service, And I also want them to not be able to keep TV shows for like 30 years and put them behind like a weird paywall like that, where it's like, if I go to enough Goodwills, I can do this myself. So can you just put them on some sort of like aggregate service that I can have one television app?
Well, that's what you're paying them for, so you don't have to spend the time going to a bunch of Goodwills. You are paying for your time.
Listen, the mouse needs our money in order to keep putting Pedro Pascal and Mandalorian.
That's what I'm saying. They get $5 a month, and I get everything. That seems like a fair deal.
I mean, all it's doing is making it so that enterprising individuals that don't believe in digital rights are going to aggregate it in certain places. It's just going to happen.
There are services that do this. I'm just saying, I am willing for convenience to pay $5 a month.
Listen, anywhere on the internet, it's legal. You know?
I just don't want the Subway Surfer at the bottom. So
the Minecraft parkour,
or that. I pay the $5 to not have the Minecraft parkour at the bottom of the screen.
Not have the like text to speech.
Yeah.
Of like explaining what's going on.
Anyway, I think we just start with a very dramatic opening with everyone just waking up the morning of...
Continuing the day-to-day structure. Makes sense.
Yeah, waking up the morning of day 4 with like the text that just says Tournament Day 4.
With a gong.
Black screen, white letters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just get shots of everyone waking up. So we'll start with Aeon. What do you look like when you wake up?
Righty.
Where are you for first offs?
Did I ever sleep? Is a good question.
Yeah, where are you when the dragon rooster or whatever we said it was crows?
I think I'm in my floor or on my floor in my room because we're kind of stuck in some places. I mean, unless I went and took out my opponent, which I did not do. And just around me are littered pieces of metal. Just bunches of different things. My hands are picking up and putting stuff down to fiddle with it. I am not sure how much sleep I achieved. I am determined that Aeon is determined that whatever this plan is going to go right, and he has not stopped working on distractions throughout the night.
Horrifying. All right. Quiwa, where are you at the same exact moment?
Is brushing her hair, because we've established that's the first thing she does whenever she wakes up. So we hear the gong, and then like someone reaching for an alarm clock, we just see like a hand come from under a bundle of covers that reaches for like the hairbrush and then like pulls it in, and then you hear like even under the covers minor hair brushing before she emerges already with half brushed hair.
We'll never be caught unawares again.
Yeah. Never be caught with my hair down. But I think, yeah, she is probably looks a bit tired. I don't think she slept much either. But she is, after she brushes her hair, she does the whole like she checks out how she looks in the mirror. She is someone who would do that, not excessively, but when she wakes up. And then she like sets her jaw and like nods to herself in the mirror like, today's the day, let's do this. That is what she does. She pumps herself up slightly.
Cool. All right. Bahu, where are you in the morning?
Bao is getting his morning push-ups in, and when he's done,
so you're in like the white tank top, just
white tank top, doing the push-ups.
How many small children are on your back?
His brothers.
Yeah, two. So it's both small children. All right.
Yeah. They're each eating a pancake cupcake combo that comes from the conveyor belt.
Yeah. Desserts for breakfast. Bahu does push-ups. All right. Sato.
Sato is sitting on the floor, eyes closed, sort of meditating. In front of him is sort of an armor stand that he's turned into a shrine with his armor sitting on it, with some incense burning. And he just takes a deep breath, stands up in one fluid motion, grabs his armor, and walks out of frame.
Yeah. And then the final shot of the morning is on, I don't know, what's a good combo with a woodpecker, animal-wise?
Bunny.
A bunny woodpecker is sign waving its way through the air and eventually lands on the side of the big lone tower and begins pecking at the stone. After a little bit, we hear the rooster go off again, and then the woodpecker turns his head and flies away. But the camera stays. We see a bomb to remind us all there's a bomb.
Perfect.
And that's how the bomb wakes up by getting uncovered.
Yeah, just the fuse. Like it wouldn't be a ticking fuse. Probably it's probably like an alchemical fuse of some kind.
Yeah, it is an alchemical fuse. You see, there's like a little vial on the side.
Yep.
Like a two-part vial.
A drip or
like,
something
drip,
between.
Yeah, like drips. And
Break the red vial, it'll be okay.
Yeah, but this is just to remind the audience
vials.
of the imminent threat of the bomb.
Yep.
And then everyone goes to breakfast.
I mean, I hope red isn't actually a thing, because I will remind you all again, I'm colorblind.
Yep, and you're the tech person, so if we call on anyone to do that, it'd be you.
Hang on, cut the red wire. What?
Cut all the wires.
When Bao sees Aeon at the table, he asks, do you listen to me more often than not for my questions?
What do you say to that?
I'm not answering that in character, but I will give you a yes.
Okay. Have I recently protected them or helped them with a problem?
It's like an employee evaluation.
This is just his daily affirmations.
I don't think you did.
No. Is there an immediate threat to your ward that you are aware of? A bomb?
There is a bomb.
Yeah, I'd give it.
A real big bomb.
Yeah.
Bomb, and we're about to be getting into a
bomb that goes off today, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, we have some control over that.
Yeah, that's true. I think you managed to get that right.
The bomb was supposed to go off last night. But that doesn't mean that the narrative didn't just introduce a fail-safe timer.
Perfect.
So if it's not done by the end of the tournament, the bomb will go off.
Yeah.
Regardless of anyone's interaction with it.
The fuse is now set to narratively appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hold 2 because I rolled a 10.
All right.
Okay.
He puts away his employee evaluation as we finish.
Perfect.
So, what player refresh on the plan is wait for the tournament to start and then go?
I believe, yeah. I think our plan was to infiltrate while the next match is happening.
Yeah, so
is
people who
on the roof.
people who would have made it to the next round don't show up to their match.
Yeah.
Because we're doing the plan.
Yep.
I think in character, Aeon asks, like, so when do we want everything to go off? Do we want it all going off at once? Do we want to kind of draw people away from the things earlier? What are we wanting?
Perhaps it's better for... go on.
I've got a lot of stuff set up. If we want people to not be at that tower, we could cause some chaos over here first, and then maybe there will be less guards around or less interest in the tournament. I don't know. He is jittery and sleep deprived.
Yeah, I think Bao's gonna put a hand on his shoulder and go, "It's okay. Let's try and lead them away, and then when they come for the distraction team, which I think is just me and you,
Yeah, it is.
we can run them around and rig all the other stuff to blow up slash malfunction or whatever you did yesterday, which was a lot.
Okay, so we'll lead them from place to place. I think we can do that.
Worst case scenario, I could bury us." Not in a threatening way, in like a I could get us through walls sort of way.
Yep.
Worst case scenario, we drink this
dig.
poison.
This is a cyanide tooth. You take one, I'll take one.
Yeah. I think Aeon is way too tired to act or react reasonably to that. Just a nod and right, I guess that's what we're doing then.
It will work out fine. You just stay by me, and we'll be a-okay.
Did Natsu deliver the ball things? And she looks at the two people who are not on the distraction team.
Yeah, you have in your possession what is ostensibly 2 rocket-powered toilet plungers with a rope in the middle.
Sounds about right.
It's like a grappling hook, but it's like a plunger. And you
Straight out of
shoot, and
Looney
it goes,
Tunes.
But it's 2 of them. They go
Yeah.
opposite directions.
Yep. It's a little Wile E. Coyote, little Batman. A little both.
Little Wily Batman, yep.
Now I'm just imagining like the scene from Phantom Menace where Darth Maul shows off he has 2 lightsabers, but it's the 2 plungers.
That's about right. Okay. I don't think Quiwa has anything necessarily to do before the mission starts, so she's going to be in the background.
You need
Is
to craft a bow.
yeah, you need to roll your plan as well.
Oh, you're right. Now that we're committing to it, yeah, let's do that. And I don't have a bow. Having a bow would be nice. Yeah,
Go steal.
I'll go make a
you
bow in a
the
day because
archer?
that's totally a thing that someone can do.
Aren't you an
know, like
archer? What do you mean you don't have a bow?
I assume weapons weren't allowed on by the players. Am I wrong? I guess we did see a
I
guy
mean,
with a big axe. Sure, I'll bring my bow.
yeah,
Yeah.
you
Man,
can't
you know,
forbid weapons when people can wield fire from their hands.
That's fair. Okay. At least you shouldn't forbid weapons. Would be yeah. Then yeah, Quiwa like. Where would she have had her bow disguised? Because I think she still would have wanted to, especially if it's like an ancestral bow, could be recognized. She'd have it in like a tube or something that she would keep it hidden somewhere.
some sort of instrument case. I mean, it is a classic.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think she has
instead of the Tommy gun in the violin case, it's a bow.
Yeah, bow and some arrows. Exactly.
You know, it might have been a cello, but
Yep.
A
Perfect.
bow.
And then I think let's commit to the plan. If I think I was gonna roll it as soon as we actually began. So is there anything else someone wants to do before we get started?
any other pre...
Any other like role player character moments that we want to have? We had a bunch last session, so thought I would check.
I think even in character, I think Sato is uncharacteristically quiet and contemplative.
Would Sato like to guide and comfort anyone to make them his proteges before the shit hits the fan?
You'd be the only one left.
I'm currently at my center, which is +1 self-reliance, -1 trust.
What's better for you? Nah, I'm good. I can't think of anything off the cuff. Like,
I think
how are we with conditions and everything? Everyone fresh?
I
Yeah.
think we're all fresh, yeah.
Quiwa
We should be
is
for sure fresh on
good.
fatigue.
Yeah, Quiwa's fresh.
I think if Aeon notices that you're being a little bit withdrawn, he'll be like, we'll get your son back. This is going to work.
Let us hope so. This is going to be a long day.
Title of the episode, The Long Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Definitely not the same as The Long Night. Sorry.
Ooh.
That's a vampire one.
Wasn't that also the name of the episode at the end of season 1?
Oh, probably?
I don't remember. It might have been.
That might have been the
It had a
one where
blood
they...
moon, so...
Yeah, there was the whole waterbender can't waterbender, and then the firebenders attacked, and it was a big old dramatic time.
Yep.
Anyhow. Too much trivia in this head.
Okay. Then I'll roll the plan move. Is that good?
Mm.
Okay. Roll plus... So here's the... Can I output it? How do I output it? I cannot upload a player move. Okay.
Is it on your token?
Yeah, click your token.
That might do it. I never click my token. Yes. Perfect. So, that isn't exactly what I am seeing, actually. Because what it skips is take -1 for each companion who isn't on board. Everything else is good. I don't think that's the case here.
Yeah, no, I think we're all good.
Okay. So let me roll creativity. That's a 9.
Ooh.
So if someone wants to help, they can. The way that would go is you help me now, I can help someone later. So it's a kind of the same thing, because it's just +1 hold. But I imagine, but don't know for sure, that help through here's the plan would probably be more flexible than help through normal help.
I mean, that hold can be used to negate a condition and
Yeah, it can be used for
reduce
more
fatigue,
stuff than just
too.
helping too.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'll throw fatigue at you for that.
Okay. Perfect. So yeah, that makes sense because we already went over the plan, Sato and I, and Quiwa before. So then I will have 3 hold, and I'll keep an eye out on things.
We also have a bunch of random hold gems y'all collected last time.
That's true, but I don't think I have any. I have my +1 forwards and ongoings are mostly tournament related. I have one that's to distract and get through the guards and utilize the information that the kid has a tutor. So that could be useful, but that's all I got for the plan itself.
That's the third one. I've got 1 to sabotage the platform, 1 to sabotage anything else, and 1 to traverse unseen past the guards on ceilings. Yeah.
I've got getting through the tower and finding Koshiro.
I'm just gonna be hitting people.
Who needs pluses when you're just gonna punch people?
Yeah, my creativity is -1. My focus is +3. I'm not making solutions. I'm just the hammer.
Makes sense. All right. Then I think we are good to go. Indigo, do you want to describe? I'm imagining the first part of the scene would be like the match of the tournament. Like, even though none of us are there, it might still show it on screen or something.
Yeah, so we get... This is the semifinals, so this is the one on top of the castle. So the only this is the first time in a few episodes we've seen Dama, and it's him approaching the... I don't even know what to describe it. The weird
Like
anime video game nightmare that is his Pai-Sho stage. Because it's a series of, like, platforms of, like, intricate metal, like lacework-esque metal platforms and big steampunk wheels and stuff that the platforms slide up and around on as they dance through the air on top of a castle. It's some real Final Fantasy battle stage nightmares.
Yeah.
But that's what's happening.
Excellent.
So yeah, we have Dama's the only character that we really care about at this stage of the tournament. We don't get much of the actual tournament. We see a couple of the people you beat up last time in this stage because they advanced because you didn't go to the check-in.
So the monkey is still there. Sorry, the lemur.
The lemur.
I think you beat the lemur a while ago, right?
Yeah, you beat the lemur like 2 sessions ago.
Yeah, the lemur
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
make it to the
Sorry.
what was it? The dance hall battle stage.
The
I remember
Grandma
feeling-
Kyoshi warrior.
But the Grandma Kyoshi warrior's there. Your mom's there. I think Lieutenant Kai. I think that's all of them.
Sweet.
All right.
Yeah. And then as we descend into, I guess, the closet you hid in when everyone was going up to the tournament
Yeah,
to
so
start your plan.
some cupboard under the main stairs we all
Yeah.
just come out of.
Yeah, we see you all pile out of someplace you weren't supposed to be hanging out in.
I think Aeon looks at the non-existent wristwatch and says something along the lines of whatever distraction is going on up there, that is the only one that we're not able to easily time. It's going to go off whenever it goes off and when they start using it. So I think now's the time.
Oh yeah, you have rigged the tournament
that
stage
thing
to
to
fall apart.
fall.
Yep.
I think essentially all I've basically done was loosen every screw I could get my hands on. So as the things go around, things are going to start falling off.
Okay, so every time Aeon takes an action, I would like you to roll an additional separate d6.
Well, that's terrifying. Okay.
And that's how we're gonna determine your sabotage.
Sure. I was thinking that I would need to roll the sabotage once whenever we want.
Oh, there's a move for it. If there's a move for it, you can use your move. All right, moves make more sense than a random timer. Cool. All right, so we're in some hallway in the mansion. What's the first stage?
I think it's a matter of, shaking hands, saying good luck, and parting.
Yeah, meet at this location that we said before after the signal is given to our waterbender friend.
Yeah.
We didn't come up with a signal between us for signal the waterbender we need to leave. But whatever.
The waterbender
I think it's just
gets
the signal
signaled.
goes off.
The waterbender gets signaled with cannons, if I remember.
Yeah, so we'd all hear it.
And the
No, I'm just saying when does someone fire the cannon? We don't have a trigger for that.
When we get together with guards on our heels running for a boat.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we'll Indiana Jones it. Start the plane, Jock.
Jock!
Is distraction team going first? To distract
I'd
people?
assume so.
Sounds good. Then as we kind of split off, I kind of head towards I think kind of an odd corner, not one that you really expect. I kind of take a panel off of a thing. And for the first round of distractions, it was kind of just the everything distraction. I think I'll roll the sabotage move for that once. But I have a bunch of different things that I just kind of want to just trigger all at once to cause as much chaos as I can. I'm the major one I'm thinking is I'm hoping that those dessert shoots that we had coming out of the rooms, Spencer came up with a great one here, backfill them with sewage.
Oh, gross.
I figured that will get some attention and bring them
Gross.
this
Oh
way.
god, so gross.
Oh, look, it's
Why?
pudding. Oh, that's not pudding.
I didn't know
Precisely.
they had chocolate pudding here.
I think, I'm not sure how much this matters, but whatever pole platform that Honto kept coming down on for the things, it's probably going to fall to a couple of pieces. The conveyor belts for the breakfast hall, they're going super speed. And the other one I was really keen on doing was superheating and super forcing the sauna water and creating a pretty big, very hot mess in that room of, yeah.
Turn the sauna into a pressure cooker.
See what happens when you open the door. And I think that it's just make a roll and see how well all of those go kind of in one.
Yeah, because it's
Also, if anyone else has
same
any
purpose
other ideas
between
of
them.
distractions, I am more
Um,
than happy to add on to that.
I would say that's good for a first round, but because the move allows you to be like, I did this before,
Yeah,
without actually having to do anything, you can trigger this at any point during today.
yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
yeah,
In which
because
case, oh, sorry.
I was gonna say because we could just run them around the previous Pai-Sho tournament areas that you've been in, and we trigger stuff in there.
That can be your
Yeah.
backup, I suspect.
Yeah.
Basically, I think we're heading for the first panel that's going to deal with the dessert stuff. We're hoping for guards to come rushing into the rooms, and as they catch us at each point, we'll move on to the next point. Okay, and clicking on the thing, I will make a roll.
Speaking
Is
of
the
Home
name of
Alone.
this move? This was a victory is the name of this move. So reasonable. Passion it is. 9.
Hey. What
Opportunity
happens
is
on a 10?
on a hit, your work pays off, creating an opportunity for you and your allies in just the right time. 9 is the opportunity is fleeting.
I feel like,
Narratively, I'm quite okay with a 9 right now.
yeah, because it kind of makes sense for what we're doing anyway. Like we're trying to get them to come after us.
Makes sense.
So I think in my head, we're kind of kneeling down by a panel. I'm doing some fiddling and like pressing a button, switching 2 wires, who knows. And you're kind of looking on the watch behind, and I assume someone comes to find us, or does find us there doing whatever. Hands back to GM.
Yeah. You got a 9. Fleeting in consequences. I mean, I think it's just that you do a lot of stuff at once. And I kept describing how the technology in this house is fake good. It's your hard work pays off, but the consequences are catastrophic failure of the steam heating for the hot plates in the cafeteria and the weird pulley powered fan systems. Things just start breaking
Everywhere. Even stuff that
everywhere.
wasn't connected.
Yeah, because things were just connected. Everything was running off of like a Rube Goldberg nightmare of gears.
Yeah.
One central drive shaft for everything.
Yep. It was all for the purposes of, and I can turn the entire island on with just this button or lever or something like that. Like
Yeah, some
that
gimmick
was
like that.
why the entire island was built this way, just for showing
Yeah,
that
it's like,
off.
and today is the start of the tournament. And he flips the switch.
Yep.
Yeah, toilets are backfiring up in the air in some of the bathrooms.
So it's a mess.
Fireplaces are gouging flames out because they were, gas powered, and all of the levers got turned at once.
Yep.
It's a real dangerous house. I already turned it up for the bomb, and you did get a hit, so it's not going to directly increase the danger. But you do need to take immediate action. You are in an unsafe location due to this is where the sabotage started, and you're looking around, and things are just rumbling and moving in.
That went better than I expected.
To the next location.
Is it to the next location or is it out of the house? I can't tell if we're.
I don't know, but someone needs to make a move about the things around you.
Yeah, to escape them.
Oh,
But a move
You're
needs
suddenly
to
created a
happen.
steak
minefield
knives are
around
flying,
you.
and yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab Aeon and just earthbend us out of the room.
Earthbend us out of the hallway.
I mean, there's carpet, but
I will mud the carpet.
I don't know. How does earthbending work on
Oh.
finished flooring and
Probably
carpet?
difficult, I'd imagine, but
yeah,
it's unclear.
Let's call it tile, so it's in the realm of possible.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Yeah,
Does
but
it more splinter rather than bend when it comes to this? Because it's kind of weird.
I don't know. We gotta stop. I'm saying we have to. It's just. I'm just describing stakes of the role about it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get us out with my earthbending.
That
It
feels
doesn't have
like
to be like
either pushing your luck or a
rely on skills and training.
Rely on skills and training.
Yes, I will do that.
You're trained in earthbending.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 6.
Help!
I'm sorry,
Help!
these were not tile floors. These are wooden floors. You can't woodbend.
If
I
I got
you like grab
the
Aeon,
tile
you're like
wood.
yeah, you grab Aeon, you get like yeah, no, that's it. You get your shoes through the tile, and it's like there's a wooden subfloor. You're just kind of stuck in the tile.
Perfect. No problems here. We're fine.
Yeah, you're partially stuck in the tile. You're heavily embarrassed. You take the condition about that.
angry.
Yep.
I mean, you
Also,
could
the house is
not
Why
still
don't these
blowing
people
up.
just build everything with rocks like a civilized person?
This house is still blowing up a little bit, and
Wait, what'd you say, Marissa?
I was saying you could just not accept those consequences and mark a fatigue, but I realized that's a 7 to 9, not a 6.
yeah. So Aeon, you also get one chance here to do something about this.
I think at this point it's a matter of I don't think this is working and kind of trying to pull Baohu out so that we can get out a normal way, like, running.
Oh, running's a good idea. You want to push your luck about it?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Push your luck.
Huzzah!
There we go!
Wrench Baohu, who has like tiles still around his ankles, out of the floor. And the two of you run off down the hallway, away from exploding gears and valves.
Sorry, I just don't think that, bending is the solution to every problem.
Yeah, you don't have to you don't have to
9 times out of 10 it works.
You don't have to mud bend out of every single room now, Baohu. I'm glad you learned the skill, but it's not necessary every time you leave a room.
This is so cool. This is just what I do now.
Who needs
What's
doors?
better than muddy crystals?
Yeah.
Living.
So yeah, that house is falling apart. You've run into the gardens, and you're just kind of looking at it, and you just hear more destruction as you go, and you're looking up at the intricately moving combat stage for Pai-Sho, and really hoping not everyone dies.
Realizing that they're all currently on top of the murder house.
Yeah.
Some of you will die, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
I'm not sure that Aeon
the
is.
extraction team.
At what point have I ever said I was willing to sacrifice people's lives?
Yeah. So extraction team, where are you when stuff starts going wrong in the house?
I mean,
I think we're
waiting.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm imagining we're just like hiding in a closet somewhere, and then the floor starts shuddering, and then one of us is like, "I think that might be the signal."
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll creep out and like go toward the tower, whatever side of the castle that's on, and just hide in some bushes and watch and wait for those guards to presumably leave when the cacophony reaches them.
You're not zip lining over to the window?
I figured we'd zip
Yeah.
line. Well, yeah.
Um,
Well, the thing is, you've currently turned the thing we could climb on into a death trap. So maybe that's for exit purposes now.
Yeah, that is true. So you're in the like Zen garden area that's on the top to make it to the tower, right? Cool. So yeah, after you do, I don't know, you get there safe enough, and you hear more clanging and banging from inside. You see one guard like walk by, and then a little bit of time passes. You hear more loud clanging and banging, and then you see like a team of guards run by. They're not brandishing weapons or anything.
I think the first time the first
got
small group
wrenches.
of guards, Quiwa wanted to go then, and then like Satos like held out his hand. Was like, wait.
Yeah, and then like a whole bunch go by, and they're carrying tools and buckets and towels.
Yep.
Some of them have fire extinguishers. It's the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah, and after they go by, we will bolt back behind them and to the tower.
Yep. So, are we going up the stairs or are we climbing in the window? I can't remember what you said.
I think probably the best use of those the grappling hooks is getting out because we'll be above a bomb.
True.
So
okay, let's go up the stairs then. Just rush in before they get back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we
I'm
just
also curious to see inside of the tower.
So
barrel into the door and
start running up the up the tower. So I think Sato, you have a +1 to navigate the tower.
Mm-hmm.
You do.
And I'm going to do it with military precision.
Military
and
precision.
My skills and training with harmony because I can do that.
The problem
this is at a +1. What? Sorry.
This is what I was afraid of. There's obstacles in front of you, but if everyone just keeps succeeding every single roll, these obstacles are not that daunting because of how this works. People need to start failing more rolls, or I'm gonna have to start arbitrarily making things complicated.
I think to a degree that's part
roll.
of how. I mean, that's a whole different discussion, but part of the Apocalypse style games in general and narrative. But to a degree, arbitrarily making things complicated is how you manage difficulty in these types of games. So feel free to.
Yeah, you normally want to do it when someone like fails, right? To emphasize that there's an impact on the story, succeed or fail.
Yep.
But if everyone keeps succeeding, you kind of just need to...
That's when you get that 7 to 9 thing in, though. Okay, you succeed, but there's this other thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hit that real hard sometimes.
Those complicating factors can just always be there. It's just a 7 or 9 or a failed roll is going to make things even worse. So.
Well, 7 to 9 should you get past the thing, but there's more things, or like you get past the thing, but the entire island has now turned into a minefield, even, for example.
So that felt like a good 7 to 9 complication.
It is great.
Yep, I've rigged the entire island to cause chaos, and I just barely didn't get everything I want, which means Death Island.
Yeah, Death
I mean, the island could have been rigged regardless of that 11. It's more a matter of the 11 means you now know about it.
Well, anyway, my time-consuming combat with the guards at the entrance to the tower can't really narratively work.
That's true.
You do see the two of you move on by, because apparently all of those guards had to go run and save the castle.
We'll fight them later. We promise.
I have not yet begun to fail. Just watch me.
So there's an eerily empty
choices haven't been made yet.
Yeah, there's an eerily empty first few areas of the castle, not the castle, of the boss tower, if you will. We've been through this before, but the map has changed a little bit somehow. in true video game fashion. You did the investigation mission, and then they redid the map for the combat mission.
Ah, perfect.
This is what happens when devs don't have morning meetings.
Yeah. So yeah, you get in the tower, and the first level was apparently like a dining hall, but like a separate dining hall. It has like a weird crescent moon shaped table, with an open barbecue pit dealio in the middle. It's real Dark Soulsy in this first area.
Like a hibachi grill? Like
It's like a big
The
charcoal
hibachi grill of death. Yes.
It's not hibachi because it's not flat top, but it's like the like crisscrossing grated style, like more like a Korean barbecue style grill, but it's real big. Almost like someone could fall from the other floor that's directly above it, that does have a mezzanine onto said charcoal grill in a different kind of story.
Yeah, if this was Star Wars or something.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah. But it is there for you to ponder, like, if a guard fell on that, it would be a painful moment.
Yeah.
In this media, he would just
really
go,
unsafe.
Owie. Yeah. He would crash through in this media. But yeah, there's, it seats like 15 people at this table. There's no child-sized seats. I feel like if the kid had to eat here, it had to be in an adult seat. It would be a little bit embarrassing. But
I think I'll just look at Quiwa and motion toward where the stairs should be, and start heading up.
Yeah, she nods and follows.
It's a nicer area. So there's like the twinning curved staircases that go up.
Yeah.
All right. So we come into the room, we cross paths to the other side stairs, and we go up and meet.
Yeah, I like that. Quiwa has like a bow and arrow in hand, arrow not obviously drawn, but carrying and knocked.
The top floor has a big center hole that looks down for like a 2-part little nice separate dining area. Up here there is like little meeting booths, kind of sort of like you would have in like medieval court castles, where there's like the little tiny alcoves so you can sit and talk in semi-privately. Okay. This is clearly an entertaining space at the first area of this tower that you entered. Like the first level above the main level, it's a bonus entertainment area because it's a party mansion, basically. This is more classy party than steampunk party because this was not prepared for the tournament.
Yeah,
so there isn't exploding gears and stuff in here. But you do know that just 1d6 floors up, there is a bomb and a child and a boss.
All right. Yeah, I think we just keep going if there's no resistance at the moment.
Yeah, there's no resistance on this floor specifically. You do get like the next level up is a bit more functional space. By functional, I mean this is the room where the robots are. We have seen these robot designs before in the prison from season 1 prequel flashbacks or whatever. These are more elegant models.
They're version 2.
Yeah, they have modeled human fists on each hand. There's like the metal's been pounded to show like bones and stuff in the fists. It's real classy. The spikes on the knuckles, on the other hand, are less classy. They seem more painful.
Yep.
I think we just see like the door to this area open slightly, and we see like Sato's head and Quiwa's just in the crack of the door looking in. Are these?
Don't forget, my brothers are with you, so they also pop into the bottom.
Yeah, well, one of them squeezes in at the bottom, and then you see like Quiwa's head get dunked down as one climbs on top of her back to look in.
Perfect.
Are these robots currently active, or are they like stationary?
When you poke your head in, they don't move.
I think I look especially at the twins and, put my finger up to my mouth, meaning, quiet. And we'll press in very slowly and hesitantly.
Quiwa is staying back, pointing an arrow at the nearest, at what she thinks is a weak point of the nearest robot, in case it moves. She's going last.
Okay. Yeah, you make it a little bit in the room, and you're stealthing, so I'm not going to immediately give up the jig with it. But you're not alone in this room. There is at least one person in a robot suit, and there is one person not in a robot suit who's behind the robot suit, twisting something in the back.
Okay, so we can hear noises as we listen and watch.
Yeah, I figured you can get the little sneak in and they don't notice you from there. But just to give you, you are slightly in the room, and now you do notice there's people there, so now we have to do something about it.
Yep.
Okay. I'll judo chop the guy that's outside of the room, or outside of the suit.
You want to sneak up behind him and Vulcan neck pinch him or whatever?
Okay. At the same time you do that, I'm assuming that can't be completely silent enough for the guy right next to him not to notice.
Yeah, he'll hear the crumple body.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and shoot an arrow at a weak point that hopefully will disable the robot that suit he's in, so we'll just be trapped inside it.
Sure. So we'll start with the sneak attack.
Okay. Are we going full combat with this, or just a skills and training roll?
We'll see how the skills and training roll goes.
Yeah.
But this is the surprise round.
Yep.
That's an 11.
You rolled too well. Okay. Yep. Nope. You get him. You walk up behind him and you chop him in the neck, and he just folds like a napkin.
Okay. Should Quill roll to try and take out the robot?
Yeah. You can push your luck, unless you have training in robots.
So I don't have training in robots. I do have the break equipment technique, which means I think it would be relying on skills and training in this case.
You have the break equipment technique, yes. But it doesn't. It's not just that kind of move is not inherently designed for robot suits.
That's fair.
It can be attempted on robot suits in more full-on combat situations. I'm not saying it can't be used in regular combat against these robot suits, but your one shot is all you get. You don't have time to really.
Fair. Okay, Quill's gonna roll to push her luck then.
Yeah, but you don't know where to shoot these things at this point. That's a miss. Yep. All right.
An unhelpable miss.
Unhelpable.
That's not actually quite true. If you help me and I use a +1 from the plan, we can go for a 7. Let me double check the plan text to see if I can use it on myself. I cannot. I can use it to aid someone else. So never mind.
Never mind.
You could have made it a 12.
It doesn't say someone else. It says you can spend your hold 1 for 1, aid someone.
I assume me aiding someone does not mean myself.
Yeah, aid is specifically other people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the 5. I think I'm gonna let Indigo have his failure.
Yeah, the danger has gone up. Obviously. The robot glows red from the face as it's in fight time. Even though there's a person inside, they're just being dramatic about it.
Yeah.
The red combat lights turn on the robot.
Honto added the red lights after it wasn't as intimidating in prison.
Yeah. It takes its first step, and apparently there's a gong function in the back too, so the sounds of the first few steps off the platform are amplified for, once again, dramatic effect.
Yeah.
Like most things Honto's designed in his own house.
It's all about presentation.
It's all about presentation, but now there's a big robot.
So I guess we'll guard ourselves for combat and
Yep.
Yeah, we're
flash
doing
the
real
other two.
combat against the major NPC robot.
Perfect. I think
4
Leo
on 1
mutters under
can't be
her
too
breath,
bad.
I knew it. Yeah, because the twins are helping us. Though they might count as just one NPC. I don't know. We've only seen them.
Oh, the twins are totally a group. No, the twins are a group.
The twins are a
The
group.
twins are a group.
Even though one is a bender and one isn't, we've only seen them act as like together.
Yeah, they're a group.
Perfect.
So jumping to the distraction team?
Yeah, we can jump to them, back to them to see.
Yeah,
how
we
they're doing
jump
while
to
we
the
prepare.
distraction team. What are y'all
Yeah,
doing?
I assume we're getting in a fight soon too.
I mean, you're in the garden.
I think we're in the garden, hiding behind some bushes, watching the chaos and kind of waiting for the other team to get out there. And I think Aeon is very, very antsy. Like, I'm watching the people rushing into the house, and the first time I see someone carried out of the house, I'm like, we need to go in there and get them some help. Like, this was more than expected.
I hate to say it, but that's not the plan, Aeon. Bad things happen, and we can't fix all of them even when they're our fault. We need to stick to the plan. Otherwise, this is not going to go well.
But I didn't mean for them to get hurt. It was just distractions, not whatever's happening in there.
I understand. I need you to trust me. It's all going to work out. There's nothing we can do for them.
It sounds like someone's calling someone to live up to their principle of results.
Yeah, maybe.
Sure.
Okay.
Also, if someone has a suggestion for a principal for a giant robot,
It's the person in the giant robot that really matters here.
That's true.
maybe.
I would say either way, it could be authority, maybe.
I mean, there's a.
I mean, I have a drive for them, but like mechanically, I need a principal.
Oh, hold on. So, I'm calling you out.
I'll think
Yeah, I
about
think
it.
you're doing the call someone out.
Got it. Okay.
You're
Shift your
saying
balance.
you get to shift your balance.
Oh, okay. That's
Not
fine.
me from running into the house and helping people.
I have to shift away from center, so I'm saying, trust me, and I shift towards self-reliance.
Words there,
Trust
buddy.
me, no one else.
Yeah, trust me. And then is this accurate on the tabletop? So I'm actually, I think I'm calling you to be more show restraint of helping these people. Like,
Oh,
I think this might not be accurate. I am currently +1 results. Sorry, 1 sec here. This is accurate.
okay. I'd rather not roll with a -1, so I'll take the +1. Trust the results.
All right.
Okay, so it's 2d6 +1.
Okay, on a hit, they are either called to act as you say, must either do it and mark a condition. Well, I'm not in the mood to take a condition for running into a burning building to save people quite yet, so I think Aeon gets quiet for a little bit and is looking down at his hands and like just frustrated that he can't go in there. And after a couple of moments silence, he's still fidgeting and kind of looks up again and says, well, then if we can't go in there, we should at least go and help our friends. There's no point in staying here and just waiting for whatever it is to be done. Let's go help them.
Yes, let's make our way toward the cannons so we can set them off when we need to at a thematically appropriate time.
No, not the cannons. Let's go to the tower. I mean, it's been a while. Maybe they need help. maybe they're facing off against robots. And
Yeah, at that moment,
preposterous robots.
Yeah, at that moment, as the two of you start making your way carefully back inside, the robot charges the group. As we begin real combat,
Perfect.
and I'm just kind of telegraphing their first action, as the robot just uses the charge action to advance straight towards you.
Okay.
And we're all playing our cards.
I should pick my card, but I know what it is. Choose. Okay.
I'm going to really try to not destroy the thing this time.
Okay, we're all picked, it looks like. Flip.
Cool. No, I'm attacking because I'm charging.
Yep.
It's a robot.
And we're both running, like, yeah, we're all evading it.
Yeah, or we're kiting.
Have you picked for the twins? How do we want to handle that? Do we want Jordan and...
Oh, yeah.
We could let
make
Jordan and Marissa pick for the twins if they want to.
That's a good point. Let's make an NPC sheet for the twins.
For the twins.
They both have Seek vulnerabilities, and one of them can Earthbend.
Oh, they got one NPC sheet though.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
one of their two moves is Seek vulnerabilities,
and the other must be Earthbending related.
One group move.
Oh yeah, that's better.
That's their combo set.
Yep.
They can Earthbend thematically.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if we wanted an Earthbending technique.
He's 12. He doesn't know.
Yeah. You haven't taught him how to mudbend yet. Then that's all he'll ever do. That's how it works.
I think that their group move might be coordination. That sounds very like how they ended up taking you down.
That's true.
Yeah.
Let me see what coordination is.
Concerted skilled attack upon its target's next exchange. They become prepared and favored, can clear fatigue, and yeah.
Yeah, they have coordinated. Or coordination.
So it's the Who twins?
Yeah, the Who twins.
I forgot how easy this was to make. I'm doing it right now.
Sweet.
I have the robot. I did the robot ahead of time because I wanted a robot. So.
Personally, I think it makes sense if they, especially with their teenage, what's it called? Not immortality, but they're like, nothing bad can happen to me. Complex, immortality complex, whatever it is. They could defend.
Character.
They could either attack or defend. I don't think they would evade, but I could be wrong. It's you guys will be controlling it.
I'm kind of leaving this to Bao Who, I think.
I think they're going to probably just like try and punch a robot. That seems like what they would do.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Would it be group one was? Someone had a suggestion. Coordinate?
Coordinate.
Yeah, coordination.
Oh, good. It's an evade one. Great.
Mm-hmm.
That feels appropriate for them. I didn't want to give them like... I was trying to make sure I land them with like a group attack because they aren't really seen ever being more than like child nuisances, and that means more evade and observe moves. Cool. They're in the book. Everyone should have access to them.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, I mean, attack is first. Would we pick who the Who twins are doing? Someone...
Yeah, I think the Who twins are attacking also.
They're attacking also, so they go first. The robot's running towards them, and then two children run at the robot while the adults watch.
Yep.
Or not even adults. The not literal elementary schoolers watch as the very small children run at a big robot.
They will probably smash. Are they a major NPC?
Yeah, they have two techniques. Sato taught them
the
second one.
They got upgraded when Sato taught them.
And technically, individually, they'd be a minor. As a group, they go up a step.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So they'll mark 1 fatigue to smash to inflict a fictionally appropriate stat.
And I guess they're at principal level 0 because they only have one
That,
attack.
yeah. That's what I would assume.
Yep. So I guess impaired is the fictionally appropriate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thing.
The Earthbender probably just like makes the ground rocky, so impairs the robot.
The other one distracts so that the robot will actually, step on that ground.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's too late to matter. Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to pull the things up. Too many pages in front of me. So yeah, they do that. That doesn't do any damage. That's their. I'm assuming they have one move. Their balance isn't shifted yet. So then we move on to the robot is going to use the charge move. I can't populate that in chat. That's awful. Yeah. Anyway, it marks 1 fatigue to close the distance. I'll just send it. Yeah. The robot's going to mark a fatigue. To forcibly close the distance, kind of barreling past the twins thing, marking an additional fatigue to make up for the. No, impaired is at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
so
So I don't have to do that this turn.
right.
Yeah, so it like drives through the stuff. Some stuff gets caught in some gears. They'll be impaired next round.
They'll be impaired next turn, but they make it right in front of Sato and Quiwa.
Yeah, I'd say we're relatively like the doors. We came through separate doors, but they were probably pretty close to each other.
It's a big robot. It's within punching distance of both of you.
Okay.
Twins
Perfect.
split off to the sides to kind of circle around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it does only get one move this turn.
Okay. I think if it's good, I'm gonna have Quiwa go first because I'm gonna try and seek vulnerabilities, which might help a lot.
Yep.
If I make the roll properly. So we're reading and observing. She's gonna roll with creativity.
Ouch. You can shift and do a basic.
I'm going to shift to do a basic, I think. I'm going to shift towards confidence. Wait, that's center, I think. That's shifting. So I'll just switch that over here. And then, so I think she freezes for just a split second, and then she collects herself and says, "No, not again." And she's gonna do a basic. So under, here we go. Commit feels like it would be a waste. She's going to I think she's going to try and hinder it. She's just going to distract it. Yeah, she's going to, while evading it, she's going to say, she's going to start taunting it, saying things like, not bucket of bolts, obviously, or something that simple, or something, not a term that we know, but I think she's going to say, I knew a pilot like that. You're much worse than him. And things like that. She's just going to berate this guy. Going to try and distract him. I don't know if narratively that would be a status against the enemy. What I'm intending to do is try to give Sato an opportunity. So it might be giving him a positive status.
Yeah, so maybe Sato is inspired as the lower one below favored, right?
I think so.
Statuses are less order.
Favored, yeah, buoyed by circumstance.
Prepared is probably the lowest, but that does not make any kind of sense. Inspired is the most sensible.
Inspired is the most sensible narratively. It also is kind of useless in terms of. I think I'm good with inspired, but I think the intent later will be to upgrade it to favored in the future, because inspired.
makes the most sense. You're
Yeah,
buoyed
that's what I
by
was gonna say.
circumstance. So
Yeah.
the robot does shift towards Quiwa a bit as you move around the robot and taunt him. The pilot does turn a shoulder towards Sato, so it's less. So it involved 2 motions to punch Sato instead of just the one.
Okay.
Granting the favored condition.
And that'll come into place next round.
It has to. You lose it at the end of the round. You can't not use favored.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. All right. Well, Sato. Roll this thing. See how it goes. That's a 9. It's not bad.
9. Okay.
I think it might be a good idea if you want to spend. Do you want the extra technique from? Do you want the 10 plus? I can spend a hold from my plan to aid you.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. How useful would it be?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend one of my 3 hold I believe I had to aid you. I think this is probably narratively just kind of the same thing, where we have a brief flashback to okay, we know this guy might have robots because we know he developed robots. What do we do if we see one? And we didn't know specifics because we thought they might be different, but I'm guessing it was try to get through their armor or something. We try to get a good hit on them while keeping them distracted and stay out of their reach.
Yeah, they can't be armored literally everywhere, so find the weak spot
Exactly.
and get it.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Then yeah, I'm going to Sato is going to just stay there and wait for the robot to start moving, and as the robot does, he jumps in and just peppers him with a couple of quick hits. I'm using patience, which allows me to switch to an attack.
Oh yeah, you get the free fatigue back, and then you still get to punch him.
Yep.
All right. What's your attack move?
This is just.
It's just the.
He's already impaired. It's just a strike.
Yeah. So the strike action, I get to pick either shifting my balance, condition, or fatigue.
I'm going to mark a fatigue and say that you're marking a condition.
I'm marking a condition. All right. Cool. Marked a condition.
Okay, and for the second move, yeah, I think he hits him and then jet steps back away, increasing the distance.
Getting back out of that. Out, no longer engaged.
So I will be prepared on the next round as well. He can mark 2 fatigue to try to stop me if he wants.
Yeah, I think it's a 2 fatigue. You try to jet step, but it's like a Hulk grabbing Iron Man.
Okay. Because you don't have favored right now, do you? Because I think that comes into play. That starts at the end of the round.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
So next round you're going to be favored and prepared.
Yep.
But still within punching distance of the robot.
But not didn't get far away from him.
This robot's not lasting long in this fight.
All
right.
Next round. That might be the last one, but I think that's good.
Next round, this robot's not lasting long. Okay.
I know what the Who twins would do, unless you have a suggestion, Marissa.
Go ahead.
They're gonna evade and observe.
No, I'm just busy plotting how much trouble can I get Aeon into. Don't worry about it.
Why do I have a sinking feeling this is gonna end with Bao and Aeon going "You were the chosen one. He told you I'd bury you."
In a volcano.
Yeah, in a volcano. One who gets thrown into lava. I'm just gonna pick quickly.
I don't know. What popped in my brain was Bao saying, like, is the lava red or green? Do you even know?
I don't think even if you're, I know people that are colorblind. They
I
can
know.
tell when something's hot.
Okay, have we all picked?
I have.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh no!
Oh.
It's a beatdown.
Oh,
We're just
yeah.
punching. We're all gonna fall down at the same time, or at least the robot's gonna fall down at the end of this round.
Probably.
The twins gain their fatigue back.
Yep.
All right, everyone, kill my robot. Go.
Do you want to go first? I think I went first last time. You can go first this time, especially with the extra technique.
Sure. Yep. Prepared is yes. So this is rolling at a flat. That's a 9.
You rolled 9. Yep.
So I'm just going to yeah. So Sato creates a blade of flame coming out of his hand and strikes down and tries to slice off the hand that's holding him from this robot.
Okay.
Which with fire blade, which is it inflicts 2 fatigue and impaired.
That's a lot of fatigue. Okay. I hate that fatigue is not applied after the thing.
Fatigue is immediate. Yeah.
Because that means I can't use my moves. Awesome.
Yep,
So
the build
glad.
works.
You're
And then I will strike for my bonus action.
Awesome. Sick.
You can take a condition instead of fatigue anytime.
Well, there's no more choices.
Perfect.
So you strike. I guess I take another condition.
Are you full on fatigue?
Yep.
Then you take 2 conditions because I inflict 2 fatigue.
Not full on conditions.
Perfect.
And then you're done.
All right, Quiwa. How did you kill the robot?
Let's see if she does.
I mean, the robot still gets its turn regardless.
Yes,
Yep.
it does.
He gets one more swing as he
gets
falls
to, yeah,
over.
he presses the self-destruct button. Quiwa is going to roll with passion. Gets a 12.
Oh, amazing!
Goddamn.
A lot of okay.
Yep.
Gotta learn.
Yeah. She says, "Get away from him." And she is going to, ooh. I could smash. That's tempting. I have no special techniques. I only have basic techniques under attack and advance.
Well, you get 2 of them.
Yeah. I think she's gonna do the arrow dagger thing since shooting, like she's close to it anyways. But he's turned around and he's focused on Sato, so she grabs one of her daggers.
Also, just down a hand.
Yeah, exactly. And she's just gonna start stabbing into the joints, basically trying to completely disable its mobility. I'm gonna mark 1 fatigue to smash, destroy or destabilize something in the environment, possibly inflicting or overcoming a fictionally appropriate positive or negative status.
Yeah, you smashed the robot. The robot's broken.
Yep. And then I'm gonna pressure to impress or intimidate a foe is my other move, because I think I get 2 on a 10+. Choose an approach. Your foe cannot use that approach in the next exchange. Okay, that doesn't matter too much. Never mind.
No, it doesn't.
Then I'm just gonna strike.
Yep. So yeah, you break the robot open, and then you just reach in the cockpit and punch him.
Yeah, I think I just find I find the release hatch to open up the chassis for the robot, and I open it up, and then there's
He's out. You just punch him once and he's done. Just like the other guy that got one chop before he went down. 1 punch and this guy's out.
Perfect.
They were all robot.
Yep.
I was gonna I was going to use forceful blow to shoot Sato through the wall and alert the other 2 as to where they were.
I mean, you still do get a last.
But he doesn't have,
he doesn't have the fatigue to spend it because that's immediate. You can strike us though, and That's about it, actually, because even Smash takes fatigue, which I should mark.
Yep. So I guess in his death throes, he wallops Cleo once.
Okay, I'm gonna mark 2 more fatigue then. I think that's fine by me.
Yep.
I'll evade it away later.
Yep, you broke
We're
a
just
robot.
standing outside like, I wonder where they are in the tower.
Why does metal hurt so much? Is what Quiwa says after they've dealt with the robot.
This was too easy. There will be more resistance ahead.
Yeah, there were supposed to be 2 robots.
Yep.
You took one out.
Quiwa stops and eyes the other unmanned, undamaged robot that the other guy was supposed to be in, and says, turns to the twins and says, "Which one of you can't earthbend? You should."
I'm not.
Perfect.
The twins are too small to pilot the robots.
Oh.
What if they stand on each other's shoulders to pilot the
Then
robot?
they're too big.
Oh,
It is it is mech style where you're in a formed thing.
Yeah, Quiwa's not trained in this. But
you
There
know
is
who is
one
big
member
enough
of the
now?
party that is trained in robot fighting.
There is, and he's
It's
not
only
here
one
right
person.
now. We'll take it when we go.
We could
Next time,
set
maybe.
one of the twins to guard here and the other one to go get Aeon. Get in the damn suit.
Too dangerous. Well, I'm sure we can pilot it at least to walk to Aeon. It can't be that difficult.
Yeah, you turn to look back out the entrance to the tower, and you realize that you've entered the boss area of the map, and you
Yeah, there's a
can't
fog
return.
wall in front of us.
No, not
Fog
the
wall.
fog wall.
Did the music just get real epic in here? I don't.
Why is there a bunch of ammo and health kits here?
Yeah. There's a red bar across the bottom of my vision.
Yeah. So as the adrenaline drumps down from the robot fight, you do hear there's people coming down the stairs from the other areas of this tower. You're not safe here long.
We're not at the top yet.
You're not at the top yet.
Was there a door or something that these guys were guarding? Or was it just sort of on the way up?
This is just where they keep the robots.
Okay.
Through the
Also,
robot
kind of
storage area and out
It's
the other
the robot storage, but also kind of the arms dealer style storage, where it is immediately above the entertainment area and the mechanical racks the robots on are aesthetically pleasing on purpose, so that he can bring people upstairs and be like, "Look at my fighting robots."
it's the showroom.
Quiwa is
Yeah, it's a
going to try to
combo,
bypass
but
the boss fight.
He's also a poor huckster, so he doesn't have that many robots.
No,
So
the
he has
budget got cut.
so he has the build shop, showroom, all as a combo that he brings private investors to go see.
Perfect. Quiwa says, she says to the twins, hide somewhere with them, and she's gonna try and task the twins to hide themselves and the 2 guards. And then she says to Sato, "We can get into the robots and impersonate them, and they'll walk right past us."
Point to the smoking hand.
One of them is very broken.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
The hand's off, and it's covered in arrows that you stabbed into it.
And someone's coming downstairs now?
You hear footsteps approaching. We do need to move shortly.
Perfect.
To represent how people coming into this room work for y'all.
Yeah, she's, in that case, gonna aim an arrow at the door.
Hey guys, we found it.
And not fire until she knows who it is, so she doesn't want to shoot Sato's kid.
Yeah, I think I'll take up position right next to the door, pressed up against the wall.
And I think we just wait.
Yeah. So it's guards. It's guards and someone you recognize. There's eye contact, and you're in combat mode, so not in disguise mode, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Lieutenant Kai. He's come with guards. The robot.
Abandoning the Pai-Sho match. How could he?
The robot alarms went
dishonorable.
off. Like, you go when the robot alarms
Wait, was
go
he coming?
off.
But he's coming from above. I thought you said, right?
He's coming from down. He's coming
Oh.
from the floor under you, and the guards are coming from above.
Oh,
Or
so
you
entering
guys
the
were
room.
sandwiched.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they're entering the room. The Pai-Sho match has more or less fallen apart at this point.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Except I'm
somehow-
guessing that
Yeah.
I'm guessing that Dama might have won because his opponent refused, was just like, I have to get out of here for my safety. And Dama's just like, then you don't care about Pai-Sho enough, and just keeps
pretty much
playing.
Dama's like, I'm gonna win this match.
Platform creaking, bits falling off around you.
Yeah,
but
and then
Dama's
guess what?
playing.
He did win the match.
His enemy's Pai-Sho tiles falling off. He's like, all right, I guess I get to move here now.
Yep.
Keep your pieces on the board.
Doesn't even look up.
Yep.
Yeah. But because we didn't do anything about the approaching guards, yes, Lieutenant Kai and guards come in the room, and we switch back to the other team.
Let's get on up to that tower.
Where are you when all of the Pai-Sho tournament stuff falls apart? That's where we catch up at you.
We flash back to the team. We've kind of got Baohu holding Aeon's arm, and Aeon, because Baohu was saying let's go to the cannons, and Aeon was saying let's go to a tower.
Because I thought the tower was by the cannons.
I do not have that impression myself.
I don't think
the tower and cannons are two separate areas.
Oh, all right.
They're distinctly separate locations. The cannonball range is one area. The tower is another area.
Oh, okay. I thought it shared the same wall with the tower.
Doesn't matter. Different areas.
Okay.
We think on our way over to the tower,
we don't see them. Yeah, we don't see the middle bit. But where are you two individually when the Pai-Sho starts falling apart and people really start panicking?
I think we're on our way to the tower floor as we kind of hear some large metal creaking. The Pai-Sho.
Yeah, there's a large crash, and you pick up your pace, you go faster. Then there's an even larger crash, and a large piece of metal shears through part of the hallway you're in, as you duck around it.
Just keep walking. Just keep walking.
Things are getting very, very dangerous in this castle now. And you look, pans out the window a little bit as you run by. There's a lot of people in the garden now.
Yeah, I think we're still just kind of heading for the tower. We need to make sure that our friends are safe.
Yeah, we did the best distraction ever.
Yeah.
Look, I put so much time into this.
Yeah, cool. So y'all are running up the tower, and then we're going to cut back to the combat. We're going to get one round of combat without you, and then this is immediate combat because you're in a broken robot room.
Yeah.
They immediately recognize what happens. There's a smoking wreckage.
Perfect.
And you're pretty sure Lieutenant Kai can use that other robot suit.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
You're gonna need to consider that. You get one round before your friends show up.
Okay, you're at the top of the stairs, Sato, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I assume that you're going to deal with the regular guards. I'm going to try to deal with Sato. With Kai. Yeah.
That's knife in the back.
Yeah. Now is the
I'm
time
gonna
to betray
switch sides right now because we're about to lose.
Yeah. We have not seen Lieutenant Kai fight yet.
No, we have not, and I'm not looking forward to it.
If he's a bender, I
have
don't remember.
Oh, he did try to stab me in the back.
Yeah, he's not a bender, but he's he can block bending. Chi blocker.
Oh, he's a chi blocker. Okay.
I can give him whatever techniques I want. He doesn't have a training. NPCs can have varied lists.
That's true.
But I just want to know if we established any of his moves previously, so I could make sure that he.
I don't think he used any specific techniques. He tried to assassinate me once, but I don't think that was.
He did chi block.
He did chi block, so he does have. That carries forward. He does have chi blocking.
Is that in the book?
Chi blocking is in the book, yeah.
Yep. It's just not.
I think it's a weapons thing.
Yeah. Chi blocking jabs.
Oh.
Basically, it renders one of your limbs useless.
Yeah.
For bending.
More importantly, an enemy with one fewer useful limb chooses one fewer technique to use each exchange.
I might use that if I ever use my break technique to break someone's, robotic limb equivalent. Because break is very vague for what it actually does. I've chosen my card.
Card.
The Who's will one, they help Sato. Two, they help Quiwa. They help Quiwa.
Thank you. I'm at 3 fatigue from getting hit, and
ooh.
Okay.
They're gonna just punch because it's one dude.
They're
gonna be like, "Oh, this is easy."
Yep.
So I gotta organize for 2 now.
No problem. We shouldn't take too long.
Just gonna leave you up and available. Do we have a guards button? No, we don't. But whatever.
If you drag any of those NPC sheets out, it'll have a token for it. Like any of the template ones that I made.
Yeah. Cool. Now where's your card? There's your card.
Okay, so I'm engaging the soldiers and you've got Kai. Is that how we're
I think so, yeah.
doing
If
this?
you can take out the guards, me and the twins will get
we'll
get Kai.
Cool. So yeah, I've put my cards down.
Okay, let's flip them up.
Right and true. Get my fatigue back.
Yep.
What do we got? We got evade. All right. They're just gonna gang up. Ah, I'm just not good at this.
The card just deleted for me. Oh, you're bringing it back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit take instead of flip.
Oh, and I put it back into your hand.
So just put it back in my hand.
Everyone's just like...
The cards are going into formation, though.
That makes sense. Where are the twins?
I didn't drag a card out. I just said they're gonna attack.
Oh, you did say that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I guess defender goes first, so the soldiers will go first.
Yep.
Yeah. So the soldiers go first. I don't think they have any big. Yeah, they don't have any special advanced moves. God, I got too many pages. So for defend, they have 1. They're going to kind of like form up around. Yeah. They're going to form up around Sato. So like the 4 of them kind of like fan out with they're like technology guards. They got weird technology pikes. We're not 100%.
It's a pike that just has a spinning gear on it.
Yeah, technology pikes. Be wary of technology.
Okay.
Yeah, they're establishing an advantageous position around Sato.
Sweet.
All right. So they're starting to surround you.
Yeah. You can mark 1 fatigue to remove their advantageous position.
What is their
It's the seize a position basic defend action.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I don't think you care enough because you were going to punch him anyway to undo it. but it is within your power to say no, they can't organize.
Okay, yeah, there's no mechanical advantage to that, so no, let them go.
Yep. I think it's just going to be
Considering
hard
what
to
I'm
get
about to
away
do.
because they have their kind of if you hypothetically wanted to get away.
You have to mechanically disengage to get away from them.
Yeah.
Yep.
The evade action.
Yep.
And
I think it's under defend, yeah.
that always throws me off.
Yeah.
Seize a position under defend, but that's how you get away, which is definitely not the same as evade.
Yep. Okay. So next are the attackers.
Twins. The twins just strike Lieutenant Kai.
All
Run
right.
up and punch him.
Yeah,
Just go
marks
punch the
to
full
fatigue, a condition, or shifts his balance away from center.
Yeah, just go, fight a whole adult.
Yeah.
Yep. Are we good? Have they done that?
So
Kai has chosen how to take the
are
strike.
they? I mean, he doesn't have anything to stop him. Are they spending the fatigue to make it not my choice?
Sure. They want him to mark to fatigue.
Okay.
Take the gas out of the tank. Good.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's probably more than a major NPC at this point.
Yeah, that's fair.
But the next one up from Major is like the legendary NPC one.
No,
No,
it's
it's
Master.
Major, Master, and then Legendary.
Yep.
Master is what most of the characters you fought under me were.
Yeah.
Right,
Because
then
it's like one master to 2 PCs.
Yeah. All right. He is that one. I did it was Major. I forgot that was the second level. I just knew he wasn't the legendary. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's not Avatar level powerful.
No.
That's like, isn't Hanto a Legendary?
I think Honto's a master.
A
He's a
master.
master right
Yeah,
now.
So Kai makes
Oh.
sense to be a major or a master in between. To me.
I'd say he's probably a master at this point. He's an
Yeah.
important character to the story, and again,
He's
it's
showed up
2-on-1,
more than
so
one.
True.
More than one time.
Okay.
balancing these combats is the hardest thing I found.
Yeah. So now we're on to evaded observes.
The
Yep.
evades. Yep.
Everyone clears of fatigue.
We do, and already have. You can go first if you want to.
Okay. Well, I'm going to roll because that's the thing I have to do. Get an 8. Fair enough. Nope. I think I actually am going to hold true to the actual evade. I'm seeking vulnerabilities. They've surrounded Sato, and he's just standing in a defensive position, looking around to see which one of these people is the weakest.
Yeah.
All right.
Then Quibo.
Let's do the roll. That's an 11. Break is not useful, but I do have seek vulnerabilities. So, I'm doing the same thing.
All right.
So I'm doing this to Kai. I believe. Do we know for sure what his principle is?
I
we
think,
covered it during the Pai-Sho match.
yeah. I think he's like, he wants to prove that non-benders can.
Yeah, was it like equality was basically his principle?
Yeah, basically.
More superiority.
I thought, okay.
Like, but I'm not in charge.
Yeah.
I think it's more bending free superiority that he doesn't want bending to be factored into the hierarchical system.
So I don't know what the exact word is, but I do know what his principle is.
Yeah.
As
in, we didn't really decide on an exact word, but we got the gist of it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's superior, even though he's not a bender.
Yes. And then I can. I think it makes the most sense to go straight for his balance. Can I take advantage of my seek vulnerabilities immediately by testing his balance? Oh, next time I inflict a condition of fatigue. Never mind. But I could test his balance anyways.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So Quiwa is going to yell out to Kai. Yeah, she says,
You challenge your balance. If you already know their principle, instead shift it away from center.
yeah.
And I think we've already established his balance because I was trying desperately to push him over the edge, and so any other push was going to put him over the edge.
Oh, right. That might be a thing.
But if he chose evade and observe, he could use that to recenter himself and not die immediately.
Before it triggers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Quiwa is going to try and I think she's going to talk with the island. Actually, she's going to say, if this technology of yours is so superior, then why is it that with just one little push, it's all falling down? And she's going to mark a fatigue in order to just shift his balance up.
Cool.
You shift twice, right? Because of seek vulnerability.
Seek vulnerabilities is when I inflict a condition or fatigue.
Oh, inflict a condition.
Next round, I'll be taking advantage of that.
It would be a different. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
One is fine. Two is problematic.
Yep. And I'm finished too.
Cool. Now Kai has a bajillion actions.
Yep, because he has so much balance.
He has 4. 4 actions. Action 1. Commit. Moving his principal down by 1 so he can stay in the fight.
Perfect.
Action 2.
Which is also immediate, so he's down to 3 actions and not 4.
Oh, it's immediate. Okay, so then he only has 2 actions left?
Or maybe do that. Well, you could choose to use commit,
as your 4th action? Ooh, that's smart.
He hasn't played Observe. He doesn't have that many played Observe
That's
moves.
fair.
It doesn't matter. We're going to go for the 3 actions. Because he has 1 technique that's evaded Observe, and there's 3 basics. So that's just going to be using all of them.
Yeah. Okay,
so we'll keep 1 back, I guess. Yeah, he's going to use Rapid Assessment for the next one. I asked myself a question and answered a question for myself. Kai plus the guards technically outnumbers you at this moment. So he's going to get his guards prepared.
They're going to start focusing us down?
Yeah, he's just reminding them, we outnumber you, and now they're both prepared upon realizing that.
Yeah, there's like 8 of us.
It's like 6 or 5 to 4.
Yeah.
But
we technically outnumber you by like 2.
Yeah. For morale reasons, they're prepared.
Yeah.
He's going to. So he's got 1 action left. He's going to hinder the twins, by knocking them aside.
That would do it.
Twins are impaired.
Yeah, the twins are impaired.
Okay. I put that in their notes.
Perfect. That's everything, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. So as we're about to start pummeling each other, 2 more people show up.
2 more people show up.
Excellent.
I think
Not outnumbered anymore.
You get not anymore.
It doesn't matter. We still all have the prepared action.
Yep.
It's too late. No takey backsies.
Yeah. No recounts.
Stop the count.
No.
So, let's choose our cards.
No.
I put.
Before choosing cards here, Aeon has a move he would very much like to use, which is very relevant to the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think as he comes in and just rushes into the room, he's kind of like yelling, "Stop!" And he's using Peacemaker. When you walk calmly into the middle of a fierce conflict and plead with the fighters to stop, mark fatigue to ensure that they care about what you think, and listen to you. On a miss, the conflict doesn't stop. And now you're in the crosshairs.
So you can basically mark fatigue to plead for us all to stop fighting, even though we hate each other right now.
Yeah, you got to make a roll about it still.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Sweet.
So Aeon kind of goes into the middle of the room and is just like, "Stop, there's no reason for us to be fighting here. We're just here to take the kid and leave with him. Is that anything that you really care about, Kai? Like, does that actually matter to you?" And plead.
13.
See, he was going to do a cool flip. No, I need to complain now.
Kai is just like, but I wanted to do my cool flip.
I had a cool move, okay? It's better, faster, stronger. He was going to go first because he's using defend. He was going to do a cool flip right into the waiting robot.
Oh, that would have been great.
But no, now we have to stop the combat because Aeon doesn't want to fight anymore.
Look, I was originally an idealist with the pacifist, thing of I don't fight. I'm playing true to character, but yeah, absolutely, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but Kai wasn't. He wanted to fight in a robot.
So,
We'll
I mean,
get him a robot fight later.
There's still the matter of settling the plead.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're pleading for the fighting to stop.
Comfort.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
that's
it's got two things smashed together.
Yeah.
So on the 10 plus, they act now and do their best until the situation changes.
Yeah, and that
So
technically applies to NPCs, but I'm good to not stop fighting if he stops fighting. So
Yeah, the
But Sato's going to use the distraction to like keep going. Like he's just leaving and going to find his kid.
I mean, the thing I'm pleading for them to do is let us take the kid. So if we split the party again, you keep going for the kid.
No.
I'll spend some time talking to Honto.
So what do you
can wait for the fighting
say?
to stop, but that's it. You got to do something else about the kid thing. The plead is explicitly
To stop
the
fighting?
fight.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You can you can probably like pivot into trying to convince about the kid, but that'd be a separate role.
Yeah, you can pivot into something else, but the plead for this is explicitly to stop the fighting.
With that said, what does Aeon say? Like, we all stop for a second, and we probably notice later that Sato already left, but the rest of us are like stopping and staring at I assume a speech.
Nice try, but not quite.
Oh, I was assuming there would be a long, heartfelt speech about how fighting is bad.
I mean, fighting is bad, and I have lots of things to say on how fighting is bad, but
I'm so good at it.
It can't be bad if I'm good at it.
I am a living weapon.
That's a real problem in Avatar.
problem, guys.
Is that all of the characters are living weapons, and
Not if they haven't taken the playbook. Doesn't count.
Yeah, the Razor playbook's fun. Anyhow, no, I think in this case, Aeon is mostly along the lines of like, there is no good reason to be fighting in this case. What, you're fighting to defend a kid for your master? You don't even care about whether or not Honto has this kid. Just let us take this kid. We'll be out of our way, and you can go on about your lives. I mean, there's other stuff I want you to do, sure, but for now, let's start with small steps.
yeah, I think everyone, like the technology pikes get lowered a bit, and Sato you kind of slip out from like their immediate spear point, and then the camera moves back towards Aeon and the core group with Lieutenant Kai, and we hear your footsteps running away. And we cut to commercial break, where we try to sell you a Powerade or something.
Yeah.
Do you want to be cool like this guy?
Yep. Aang's currently frozen in the ice. Get your Aang frozen in the ice figurine right now. It's
Get
just
your
like
Aang
No,
ice pops.
It's actually a shaved ice maker with Aang in the center of a snowball.
yeah,
See, that's
Aang
why
and
we
Appa.
got our costume change at the beginning of this arc. We needed the new merchandising opportunities.
Yeah,
Yeah, we needed to sell more toys.
This is the sellout arc. They hired a new
Well, it's
writing and
Yahoo!
animation
Crystal
team.
Champion.
They
Well,
hired a
it's
new writing and animation team. They
it's the
totally
final
skipped-
episode. Everyone's going to be watching. The ad sale was great.
That's
Yeah.
why, again, we had the extra fancy outfit for Quibo last session.
Yeah, it's the separate action figure.
It's sure, it's fine.
Yeah.
Now Dama doesn't get an outfit change, but he comes in the like
Enlightened
super cool arena that like tilts.
Yeah, he's on a little arena table thing.
Yep.
Oh, and there's a Crystal Champion one with a spring-loaded bottom that launches whatever opponent you put up next to him off the platform.
That's amazing.
Uh,
Okay.
Cool. Anyway,
Take a break.
Back in a few minutes. There we go. We are back with Part 2, Episode 4, Book 3, Avatar Legends. So, what do we see?
Cool. Yeah, so we start back in the center chamber. Now, Sans, our elder ninja. You've done more sneaking than anyone else. It's just old man creeping around hallways.
Yeah. This character could have gone a very different way if I decided to go full curvy old man.
I'm very glad we didn't.
Yeah, we're good. But we start from like the floor level, moving up to a conversation level shot of mostly Aeon talking at Lieutenant Kai, who is kind of got into a less hostile position, but is still, the guards are on one side of you, and Lieutenant Kai is on the other side of you, and the three of y'all are kind of just there. And everyone else looks ready to fight. There's technology pikes out. Baohu has like a crystal things all over them, like normal. It's fighting time.
I'm still dressed as the Crystal Champion.
Yeah, it's
The
fighting
Rocky
time.
Porcupine.
Yeah. And Aeon's like, no, we need hands out. Like, it's time to
absolutely.
stop fighting because I have a special move I paid an advancement for.
Look, it's a great move. It gets me out of trouble, and this is the first time I've gotten to use it. But yeah, no, so I think Aeon kind of is moving, like, takes a step forward towards Lieutenant Kai, hands up, still like, I'm not being a threat here, and he says, look, Lieutenant Kai, I want an end to this war. I want the Fire Nation to see that they could do the world so much good if they would just share their technology. I know people don't like change, but you could show them how positively it could affect their lives. Some of the things you've got on display here, well, some of it's just garbage, dressed up to look fancy, but some of it could actually help. But when you're giving it to them on the tip of a spear, they don't want it. And you just harm a lot of innocent people for no good reason. It's up to you to change that. You're on the inside, you're on the top, the Fire Nation will listen to you. You can put your ideals in place and work for the better.
Yeah. So the general rebuttal that he has about this is that the technology is cool and powerful and all, but the Fire Nation isn't buying it. It's not being used to its, like, this is 90 years before the Fire Nation really gets, the hot air balloons and stuff.
They bought their ships,
Tanks.
but that's about it. Other than their boats, there's not much else.
Yeah. the Fire Nation hasn't fully the gist of the speech he gives. The Fire Nation hasn't converted. Like, that's why we're doing these parties. Like, that's the whole thing. Is that the idea hasn't really been. The giant robot fighters haven't been proven in battle. Is kind of the thrust of it. And with all of the screw ups you personally have caused for them, the Fire Nation has lost trust in the endeavor of like this weird technology wing at this point. That technology is power, but like the Fire Nation has soldiers and money, which is power too. So it's power is kind of the argument that he's going for, and that only by doing these finance efforts and building bigger and better robot war machines can we get anywhere. He's going pro mech. That's his platform on this one. He wants a giant robot suit next, not just a big hulking one that towers buildings.
He's like a couple hundred years too early.
150-ish.
That is his goal.
Mecha Lieutenant Kai.
Yes.
Great.
You wanted a technology lead in. This is what his troubles
perfect.
are.
Don't worry about it. Like, no, I mean, sure, mech suits are great and they're cool and all, but we don't need to go at it War Machine. Like, tech matters to me because it can do so much good.
Yeah, it can crush buildings.
No, not crush buildings. Like, back when I was at home, there was a coal mine. And even with earthbending, every year people died in that mine. My family died in that mine. And then everything changed when the Fire Nation arrived. When Natsu came, she brought this drill. Yeah, okay, fine. Look at
there. You just had to use the line. Awesome. Okay.
I had to use the line, all right? When Natsu came, she brought this drill, and in the months and years after that, we only had one fatality. One! And now it wasn't just earthbenders who wanted to work and earn some money in the mine. Like, it was all sorts of people. Benders or non-benders who were actually values for skills that they had learned and not just the things that they had been born with. Like, that's the power of technology. That's why what you should be fighting for here.
Yeah.
Not just giant mecha war machines, but the tower to make a difference.
That's a real hard sell.
If you like, I will use my moment of balance for this.
Yeah, you got to do a mechanical thing to get them off of the build a mech.
Absolutely. Moment of balance is this. You've held true to a core of conviction, even while getting your hands dirty to do what you deem necessary. But balance means appreciating that other people are just as complex as you are, not merely obstacles or pawns. Tell the GM how you solve an intractable problem by giving a speech, or calm a terrible conflict by relating to dangerous people on a human level.
Yeah, Kai is dangerous because he's afraid of all of the, the Fire Nation at this point, and he understands that technology is powerful, and he needs to make technology more powerful than all of the Fire Nation army. That is his, trauma-induced goal from all of the nightmares of war, is he needs to personally be more powerful than the Fire Nation army by building a mech.
You know what's stronger than mech? Friendship.
Yeah, that's the counter, I guess. Maybe if we build medicine.
Build medicine, build other stuff, get yourself in charge, and from a position of power, push for better things.
I understand what you're saying, but think about it. Get yourself in charge for a position of power was the goal. The position of power was mech suit.
Go kill Honto, except Aeon can't say that.
Yeah, Bao will say it. Bao will go, why don't you just go kill Honto? And then you could just be the guy. Aren't you, second in command? Isn't that how it works?
Honto's, this close to getting fired. Is part of the current pressure.
so fired or I think Kua says,
potato.
But if Honto dies, Kai doesn't get promoted up.
So Kua follows up and is going to say, let us do this. And this will be the final. This will be the final straw for Honto's career. You can make the decisions about the future of the Fire Nation, its technology in this world.
Yeah.
So, moment of balance being invoked puts narrative control in the player's hands.
Yep.
So technically,
I'm just
Marissa
helping.
resolves this incident.
Yes. So, how does Lieutenant Kai react to this? I'm assuming he's sad. This feels
Yeah,
like a sad time for Lieutenant Kai.
I think his posture is definitely going to kind of slump, like, I was aiming towards this thing the entire time, and
Just
fine,
being a mountain.
You've convinced me that maybe doing this in a different way is more effective. I think he kind of, slumps, doesn't quite put the weapon down, but, it goes down, and he's like...
Oh, he was gonna fisticuff you, so
Yeah.
just hands go down.
Hands go down. Yes, just deck me.
The exit crane pose.
Yeah, his one attack thing is chi-bocking jabs. He's hands.
Yeah.
I'm not
Just karate chop you to death.
not a problem at all.
Well, even non-benders have chi, and
Yeah, you just won't be able
It disables your limbs.
I remember
The move doesn't even talk about bending.
Yeah.
It disables limbs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think his hands go down. He kind of slumps, and there then kind of waves the guards out of the way. There's the sense that he will let us get past to do whatever we need to do. And maybe in this time he'll spend some time going after Honto. Narratively figuring where he would be, which would definitely be out at the platform, actually watching the Pai-Sho match, right? So I think he's going to leave the scene and head to go accomplish his mission of definitely kill Honto.
He's not just leaving the scene. He's leaving the scene in a robot.
That's fair.
Seems reasonable, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? He could take it.
I think
I was gonna smash it, but
part of the goal was like, hey, if Honto's dead, even if the operation goes down, you get all the tech that you can gather.
Yeah, he's not letting you leave with this robot. He's taking the robot.
Whether or not I have fully convinced him to my incredibly naive, idealistic view of the world and how that is going to work.
The mech may just have a stun ray instead of the laser beam.
The next arc, if there was someone, inside the Fire Nation advocating for reform, but I think we know how the 100 Years' War went, and
I think we don't actually, because in our dramatic retelling, the obvious next arc for this variation on the 100 Years' War is the mech fight period of the 100 Years' War.
Yeah, when Aang gets back, he's just completely outclassed already.
We bring in Lancer playbooks for mechs to tack onto our characters.
Yeah.
I mean, it would finally make the technologist feel useful, so sure, but...
Straight from Avatar right into Neon. Genesis. Yeah.
We transition to Stars Without Number, and we're all mech pilots.
I want to keep the same characters. The thing is, want to tack another playbook onto it.
When you're in your mech, you switch to this playbook.
Yeah, but anyway, he pouts away in a robot suit. The guards kind of pick up their technology pikes and whistle shuffle out of the room. Unless someone tries to kill the guards.
Stop the building that's exploring.
Nope, they're good.
Exploding. Go help that.
They're just gonna flee?
Yeah, I think
they don't have a list.
I mean, they heard the same speech, and they don't like their boss either now.
Yeah.
But also the one person who would get them in trouble from fleeing a burning building has left.
Yep.
So now they're gonna flee the burning building.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not connected to it, but sure.
It doesn't affect you, but they, as characters, know the rest of the building's in trouble, and that they have to go through that to get out. So they're just gonna leave.
Look, we're just saving them from next episode when the volcano was inevitably going to go home.
Yes.
Bao's gonna just put a hand on Aeon's shoulder and say, "Nice work, kid."
You really think so? Sorry, I can't help it.
That was good. I would have liked to punch him in the face, but you know what? It's easier not to.
Not everything needs to be solved through violence.
That's fair.
Hey,
now let's go punch someone.
Where's Sato?
Oh yeah,
And that's
Sato
who
is
said that
That's our
character.
in a very dimly lit hallway that is curving around the tower.
Yeah, so I think, yeah, we get that camera shot of like it's obviously Sato's field of view of him just running down a hallway, like janky camera all the way down, to the room that he suspects that his kid is in, and
I guess you have a +1 forward
I
about
do.
locating the kid, so I think that means we make a roll to find the boy
Assess.
finally.
Yes, assess +1. Well, that's still a 6.
It's a 6.
But we could use the plan to make you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna spend a hold. So I'm down to 1 hold.
All right, we spend the plan to make it 7. You do, in fact, open the door to find the boy. You do, in fact, get technology piked by the guard.
Okay. Well, that frustrates me.
These two things
Mechanically.
are true at once.
That mechanically frustrates me. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess I will yeah, Sato like takes a couple steps into the room like backwards from getting hit by the pike. Hang on 1 second.
And the child who has never met you before.
Yep. A mildly familiar looking stranger.
Is kind of he's cowering under his desk. Someone has burst into the room in armor with a sword.
Yeah, well, that sword is sailing towards the guard.
Cool. You're gonna skills and training them to death, I think.
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
with a 9.
Yeah, you skilled in training them to death. The guard is no more. The child is very scared as a result.
Yeah, so
there is
they're just knocked out. This is Avatar.
Well, there's the shot we get is the guard laying down with a sword sticking out, but there's like a book or something in frame covering the entry wound. So theoretically, it could be going between the arm and the armpit, but we're probably not.
So instead of scaring your kid, you could mark a fatigue, basically.
Not going to.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I'm afraid.
No, it's fine. So yeah, Sato spins on his ankle and kneels down at the same time to get on the same level as Koshiro. And he says, "Do not be afraid. I am here to take you back to your mother. I am an old friend of hers, and if you will come with me, I can bring you to her."
Pretty hesitant. Luckily, you do look like his uncle.
Yeah, I will prove it to you. If he's hesitant. And Sato unbuckles his armor and takes the front plate off and turns it around so the kid can see the inside of the armor. And scratched inside is a picture of Miseri. Like Sato has spent time just like scratching in the image.
The likeness of his mom.
Yeah, I think that is enough to get him to go with you. He's not really he's cautious. He's not like reaching for your hand or anything. He is, I don't know, what did we say he was, like 10?
Yeah, he's about 10, so
he's old enough to know stranger danger, sword man, extra dangerous. So he's not like clinging to you, he's being wary, but he is going with you.
What is your name?
He does. He has a name. He does mumble like Koshiro. Akane, right?
Akane, yeah.
Akane.
It's a good name. Powerful. I am Sato. And my last name is Akane as well. Your mother and I knew each other 10 years ago. Unfortunately, I was not around when you were born.
This shocked look on the child's face as the gears turn and he kind of sort of puts it together.
Moment of balance. So, basically, Sato reveals truth that changes the world.
Yeah, that kid's world has changed. You were dead. You were very dead, according to Mom. You died in the war.
That is not entirely untrue, but I suspect you won't understand that for some years. I have friends downstairs. They are waiting to take us away. And yeah, with the little narrative control I need here, I think I just carry the kid out of the room.
Yeah. Do you grab your sword?
Absolutely. Yeah, like as I'm walking by, there's just a shk and kid in one hand, sword in the other.
Perfect.
Yeah. And I think as you enter the hallway, the lights are flickering now. As I don't know, our villain approaches. He's not in a mech suit, but he is in a very clink clacky robe.
And he probably has his utility belt somewhere.
No.
Utility robe.
Even worse.
It's a steampunk Iron Man robe. He's wearing the steampunk Iron Man robe.
Yeah, I think Sato like sets Koshiro down and like pushes him behind him. Keep your head down. And just looks at Hanto and narrows his eyes and says, I will be taking my son from this place. You can move, or I can move you.
He has something about how this is his house and you will not be leaving. He's very frustrated at the fact that his whole tournament is falling apart.
So I also have a moment of balance.
Oh my god, everything's going
And it says I auto-defeat a significant obstacle or enemy.
Oh my, you just want to snipe him? Sure.
No, I have an idea. I think Quiwa starts ranting at him.
You're not in the room.
Is this not... Well, he came upstairs, I assume, didn't he? Or is this just...
He was like on the same level.
Oh, he was on the same level.
Same level as the boy. He was watching the tournament from his balcony.
I see. Okay.
And now he's re-entered.
So then I think
the tower.
Do the rest of us like burst into the room ready to help Sato in case there's any trouble?
You get a not quite. You have to go up there.
Yeah. You want to know something funny?
I'll wait.
I also have my moment of balance that is defeat a villain or danger.
So I guess we do a round of comment and the two of you come in and just murder the villain.
Okay, Jordan, I'm gonna whisper you my idea. Let me know if you like yours better.
Yeah, let's have some old guy combat and
do the combat first, and then Jordan and I will secretly compare ideas for how to moment of truth him to death.
What if we work together? That's like us coming back together.
I like that, but also Kui was currently slightly jealous that you said "good job, kid" to Aeon, and she's never heard you say that to her before. So I think she's actually feeling further than you than ever.
But at the end of this exchange, that's when you're like, "Good job, kid," and
yeah, if you good job, kid me at the end of this, then that's very possible.
Ooh, okay. You text
for you.
You messaged me your idea, and then I just had an amazing idea. So I'll message you after.
Yep.
But we can have geriatric judo first.
Yep. We get overpowered fight at least one round.
Okay.
Yeah, there's stern words. There's the gunslinger look back and forth as you're just in a straight hallway in a curved tower. It's fine. And you hear whirring from inside Honto's sleeves.
I mean, that's how I've been fighting the whole time. Sounds legit.
So yeah, well, I mean, you know how I'm doing things.
No,
I'm gonna take it
Honto's
on the
much more
chin.
aggressive.
Yep.
Oh, and what do you know? He's already mad, so he has 3 moves. His house is falling apart. It's threatening his ambition. We've established this principle, I think, before.
Yep.
Yep. So he starts by throwing Beyblades at you. You go. No, I go first. He
You go
starts by
first.
throwing Beyblades at you.
Fantastic. Beyblades. The most dangerous of Eastern weapons.
Blinded by science. It didn't. It does pop. Oh, I was messing that up the whole time. You're blinded by science as a bunch of whirring, explosive little top guys fly out of his sleeves as he.
How much fatigue is he marking?
Oh, you're stunned.
Okay. He's stunned at the end of the round. That makes very much narrative sense.
Yeah.
All right.
So these little exploding tops are flying around the battlefield for the first thing. Otto marks 2 fatigue. Yeah, I'm not going to use the other stun move. He's going to. Some of the tops are going to. Does. Impaired and stunned. They all happen at the end of the round. So yeah, no. Some of the tops are going to start drilling into the walls and floors with marking another fatigue for smash.
Mm-hmm.
Making the terrain difficult, impairing you effectively.
Fair enough.
And then finally another top flies out as he strikes you, not spending fatigue on it. As one of them just clips you in some manner.
Okay.
Yeah, he throws a bunch of tops, and that's his 3 moves.
How bad does Sato look?
I mean, I got 2 conditions. I'm fine. But he is worried as well as frustrated now. So yeah, I got to roll. I always forget the roll step. Oh, eat shit, Honto.
Oh god. So you also get a bunch of moves.
I get 2.
But you can turn it into 3 because it's your evade and observe.
So the first one will be jet stepping, which will get rid of impaired out of the next round.
Yeah, cool.
As he like jumps and just jet blasts behind him and puts himself on the other side of Honto, taking all of the offensive shit away from the direction of Koshiro.
Yeah.
What else do I have? Oh, and then because it might not matter, but I'm going to use a single spark. I've never used it. Basically, he lights up fire around him, and for each condition I have, I can mark a fatigue and use that to do cool shit.
You inflict doomed. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, it's real bad. All right. Because doomed isn't doomed mark 2 fatigue every round?
Mark 1 fatigue every few seconds, or each exchange until you free yourself.
Sorry, 1 fatigue every round. Cool.
Yep.
You can light them on fire.
Yep. That's the basis of that.
All right, that's round 1. What's everyone else doing? Fighting is broken up upstairs. Loud Beyblade and
I think Bao and Ku are rushing up.
Yeah, we're for sure rushing up. I don't want to do my moment of balance until you're like almost dead, Zen, because that's the most cinematic.
It's fine.
So you start rushing.
So then we'll wait.
Then we do another round.
Yeah.
It's a long staircase.
Yeah. So there's an elevator. He's installed an elevator that just goes between the top floor and second to top floor.
Yeah, we're sitting there, just in the elevator waiting.
Yeah, it's like moving an inch like every few seconds.
Cool.
Okay, new round.
New
Yeah.
round. I'm ready.
Oh, he's gonna defend first.
Yeah. The problem is I get 3 actions and I don't need 3 actions. So first we're gonna retaliate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Each time you inflict a fatigue or condition, you get hit with a Beyblade.
Wait, use a Beyblader?
They're bouncing around the hallway.
Yeah. Like razor gears is what he called them.
Razor gears, let him rip.
Yep.
Razor gears actually does feel like an off-brand Beyblade.
If you've ever seen a Beyblade outside of its arena, you know the danger.
Mm-hmm. And then another Beyblade comes out of his sleeve, but this one's a smoke bomb. And then he disappears into the smoke because you jet stepped within sword range of him, basically.
Yep. I will mark the fatigue. He ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere, so you slash through the Beyblade before he can let out all the smoke and the fuse falls off. That did cost him a fatigue. And then... Yeah. He's going to ready himself, giving him the... Prepared.
Or he could ready to get rid of Doomed.
He doesn't have Doomed yet.
Oh,
you're
okay,
right.
got it.
Yep.
I'm just worried because I saw that it inflicts Doomed. He does not know the Doom is coming.
All right. Is that that's all?
3.
Okay, cool. I'm sweet.
You get 3 as well.
Well, if I roll right.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's really
I get 2.
Yeah, if you're pushing your balance.
Only 2 moves.
They're both basic.
Nope. 1 can be mastered.
Oh, 1 can be basic or mastered.
Yeah, favored can be mastered.
Yep.
So in that case, Fireblade. Yeah, I'm just gonna swipe and try cutting away a bunch of his utila robe.
Yeah, a chunk of his robe flies off as you shear through the metal-plated garment. The impaired, is that countered by prepared?
No, they can both exist.
They can both exist. And for so that's my favored. I guess I'll just punch him in the face and strike him.
Yeah. Does he go up to +3? He's gonna take a condition. He is more unstable than he was this whole time.
Oh, I'm also going
laughing maniacally.
Yeah, as you slice through his robes and punch him in the face, he's just laughing about it. You've ruined his life.
He's also doomed.
Also doomed.
He's also doomed? Alright, he's doomed.
He's also doomed. Yes. So I think instead of punches, it's like it's a bunch of flame shots, and yeah, I'm burning away the robe.
Yeah, his robes are on fire. He's just laughing, and he watches his life and his house burn down before his eyes. Cool. Everyone else arrives.
How are you doing now, Zen?
Do you feel like you're winning?
I got 2 fatigue and 3 conditions to go.
So you're not doing
left to
You're
mark.
not dying, but you're not doing super well. It's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Do you want us to
I'm
save
not going to be
you
out next round.
Fight. There's a clear winner at the moment already.
We could join the fight and then use our
Either way,
moment
you
of
make
balance.
it in the room at this point because you did narratively start
Yeah,
running
I mean,
up the stairs.
you
But you
could
could
kick
just
his ass,
observe
too.
the fight. But now you just see Hanto on fire and laughing, and there's Beyblades everywhere.
I mean,
That was good.
This
you
is
want
what
to
you walk in
sidetrack
on.
Yeah.
And
Kui was
Sato
gonna
looks
join the
scary,
fight.
and there's a child that's scared.
Unless Bao does, because he's the bodyguard type of person, he might first. Quiwa will like get the child to better safety.
Okay, you could do that. I'll join the fight because I
Okay.
feel like Bao would be like, "Oh, there's the threat. Child could get away while threat is dealt with."
Yep. So Quiwa like puts on a maternal mask, which she basically doesn't know how to do properly. She doesn't have siblings. But she says, like, come with me, child. We'll get you just downstairs to safety, and we'll wait for. I think, yeah, she doesn't know whether or not it's been revealed. It has been, but it might not have been. So she says, we'll wait for your father there. And she's just gonna like gently, like, but quickly guide him away from this whole thing.
That seems reasonable. I don't even think I think that can just happen.
Yeah. She's just gonna not participate in the fight and do this instead.
Push your luck,
child
get
out
a
of
6, and
combat.
the kid's dead.
I'm bold, but I'm not bold enough to, not. The kid trips down the stairs, the exceptionally tall flight of stairs.
You push your luck and go, "All right, we need to get you out of here." Throw him out the window.
But also, the clock's full, so you got the child. It'd be rude to. Also, the danger clock's full. You're fighting
Hanto.
Mecha Hanto.
Yeah.
Everything's
fighting
pulled
the
out. We've
Hanto of
achieved
Beyblades.
both objectives are happening.
Perfect.
All right. I guess it's next round.
Are you still fighting?
I'm fighting him.
Yeah,
You're fighting? So Bao has joined the fight.
Bao is. I think
Okay.
you've elected not to use her moment of truth, moment of balance, because it doesn't seem needed.
If we could beat him without me using it, I'll do that.
I mean, that's what happened with Aang versus the Fire Lord. His moment of balance was going into the Avastar state, which only happened after he lost, basically.
I mean, you could have more guards to show up, which would make it more difficult.
That's true.
For players to lose.
But I also don't know if I want it to be more difficult. I kind of just want this old man to get beaten. Like, this is you've been spending the whole time ruining his life, and now he's doomed. Like, it makes sense.
So
just, like,
I have an idea
overpower
for
him.
the difficulty in the distance. Real Fire Nation soldiers start showing up, like a battleship appears in the distance.
Yes.
All right.
Why did you Psymech us? Why did you do that?
We have moments of balance, and we need someone to use them on. If Quiwa can take down an entire ship with an arrow, she'll do it. She cannot take down an entire ship with an arrow, but she might be able to.
But
like,
there is a cannon.
If you use
There
your mode
is
of
a-
balance,
if I use the cannon, I can take down a ship with.
You can't take down an entire ship with a cannon.
That's
That
true.
is a real thing that has happened before.
Yep. So I think
Right.
we go downstairs, and I think Quiwa's like scanning the windows, and we don't see what it is yet. It's too early for that, but she just gasps, and we cut back to the fight.
Yeah, totally. You get the kid down, you look out the window, and you freeze for a minute. And we go back to the next round of combat. As I'm just thinking about what
Quiwa needs a
our
sweater.
very
'Cause she's always
unstable
freezing.
Hanto is gonna do.
the twins also went with you because Hanto is on fire and scary.
Yeah, you're not.
I was planning because Aeon did not run up after the rest of you guys. Aeon stayed to shepherd the twins slowly.
Oh, okay.
Coming up more slowly afterwards. If and when we decide to use the bomb as a threat, he will have detoured to that. But if not, he is going more slowly with the twins. Meets Quiwa on the way down.
So it's a new round. Hanto takes 1 point of fire damage.
Yep.
Or one. What's it called?
Persistent fire damage in Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Yes.
One fatigue.
Yeah.
Best part is if he wants that to go away, he has to burn one of his actions to do it.
He has to like evade and observe and burn one, huh?
Yeah, but he's unstable, so he's just gonna.
He's gonna roll with it.
Fireman's coming at you.
Fireman's coming. Yeah.
We might have pushed him a little too far.
Maybe.
Oh, you know what?
Maybe.
Guard showing up. What needs to really show up are his Honto's groupies, which we have previously
Honto, you can do it!
He's not cool anymore. His house is falling apart.
Yeah, the groupies bailed. This party was
fair.
weak.
Yeah, he's unpopular now.
Groupies don't stay on when stuff starts blowing up.
That's true.
Oh, I think they bailed after book 1.
I was gonna say they might have bailed after he started getting unpopular.
Yeah.
I suddenly understand why he's so upset now.
Yeah.
All right, so Bao, you're first.
Feedback.
I am using the classic Earth Armor. Oh wait, I gotta roll, but
Yeah, you gotta roll. I can just do whatever I want. You gotta roll.
What's on an 8?
You can use
Sorry, I was playing the twins.
mastered or basic, I believe.
Oh,
Not
I used
practiced.
the Earth Armor because it's mastered.
Perfect.
So I get 3 hold and
Are you still in character?
yeah.
Like, are you still like the Crystal Guardian is here to defeat you? Like
The Crystal Champion's here to beat your ass, Honto. Ooh yeah.
Nobody invites me to an exploding island and gets away with it. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna snap into a Honto. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But your Earth Armor gets more armory.
Yeah.
It's obviously
and-
revenge for losing your last tournament round.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, is your Earth Armor all the Pai-Sho tiles that you stole? Like you just?
No, because I gave the metal ones to Aeon, and the only other ones I have is from the first guy I beat up. So I think it's just his crystal armor, like, actually like covers him now, and it's not like just decoration. Yeah.
Yeah. You're favored. This is such a good move.
It's so good. I love it.
You get so many things. You get hold to spend to just shoot crystals at them.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Okay. All right. It's Honto's turn. He's gonna attack you.
Is he attacking me or
Yeah.
Sato?
He jeers and he veers and attacks the newcomer, hoping to throw Sato off balance because he's not been chipping away as much as Sato. Yeah, he's going to jolt you. This is scary because it's a man on fire just throwing his body with spring-loaded shoes at you.
Okay, so he shifts me away from center.
Yeah, you are frightened about this man flying at you. It has a visceral internal reaction. How does this affect you? It shifts you away from center. Weren't you at center?
No, I was at +2 -2, so now I'm at +3 -3.
Now you're more self-reliant.
I'm more self-reliant.
After seeing this flaming man fly at you, he also punches you.
Nobody else could have taken this flying old man.
Nobody can
Only
take him on
me.
except for me.
Yeah, you're saying that, but then he punches you. That flight does end in a punch.
Mm-hmm. Is he spending extra to make me do something, or?
No, he's punching you.
Okay. I'm gonna mark a condition, and then because I have to do this, I lose 1 hold because that Earth Armor.
So you suck up the punch. You throw your arms up in front of your face, and it just
crystals shatter and
chips crystal instead.
You crystal dust, sparkling.
And then he does something else.
I
Attack.
think he's got at least 1 more.
Yeah, he's going to pressure Honto with Beyblades to not attack next exchange.
It's fine.
You could evade an attack anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, You know what? I'm using all of the moves to the best of my ability. I'm sorry, your moves are better.
The skill issue, Honto.
It's a skill issue. Get good.
He's only a master NPC with.
Well, that's his
4
problem. He's an
techniques.
NPC. He's got to be the main character. Get good.
Yep. At this point, we need to be facing an army.
So if he's done, I will use patience to do an advance and attack, and I will spend 2 fatigue instead of the normal 1, so Bao can hit him 2.
Teamwork.
So basically, what it is like Honto's focused on Bao since he's the newcomer, and I just come up and just punch him right in the kidney, just stun him real quick to give Bao an opportunity.
Is it any advanced attack move or just?
It is use an advanced attack technique, paying all its cost as normal.
It's Eddie.
Any.
I think I'll just basic strike him. Yeah, because my Earth Gauntlet, I don't want to push him away, and it costs more to do that. So yeah, I just strike.
Yeah, he's got 2 strikes coming at him.
Yeah.
Like a God of War scene.
So, are you spending the extra fatigue to choose what happens?
Nope.
No.
Right. Safe to.
Actually, I'm gonna spend the fatigue to make a Mark II fatigue. I want to take gas out of his tank.
Yeah, he marks 2 fatigue. Okay, and he shifts his balance dangerously high.
He's just gonna blow up more stuff himself at attention. That's what's gonna happen.
Hang on. We might have to take that back. Nope, we're still good. Okay.
We forgot to roll again.
Nope, that's fine.
Yep, that's fine. All right, Honto is grievously wounded, on fire. Marks another condition. And is deranged. The condition is from the doomed because he's out of fatigue.
Yes.
It's now burning away his personality. Metaphysical flames. All right.
Flames. The side of my face.
So we have 2 options. Either he, I don't know, runs out the window trying to not be on fire.
No, I'd spend fatigue to make him stay. We're beating
I'm just
this
saying,
old man.
this is in between combat. This is in between the rounds. These are the 2 choices. Either we continue fighting and you fight it for another round, or he literally jumps out the window and you don't know how he makes it or survives. He might. You don't know what that mech robe does. But he is in real bad sorts and still on fire.
I'm fine if he jumps out the window.
He would have to actually disengage, but
I have no issues.
In between combat rounds. So that's why it's up to the characters. He's looking to get out now. He realizes he can't win this fight like he thought he could. The characters can continue fighting and he will be stopped by them. Or they could let him run away.
Do we let him leave?
Do you let him leave at this point?
No.
No?
He's on the ropes.
All right. Poor Honto. Don't get involved with player characters. Unfortunately, we became player characters after we got involved with him. Sad for him.
Yeah, it was bad luck on his part.
Reveal.
I'm having a very hard time with this. He doesn't have any fatigue to spend, so I can't smoke bomb out of the room.
If you defend, you can.
If you evade and
attempt to run.
observe, you gain a fatigue immediately.
True.
I think your smoke bomb's a defend move, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a defend move. I also don't have fatigue. We're gonna stick with defend. That's what it was originally. We're gonna stick with defend. All right, so I guess he's up first. He's going to immediately he has 4 moves, which is outrageous. But he's doomed, and that'll just kill him by himself. We ping doomed again. No, I have it right here. Until you free yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It doesn't even say how to.
So he'd probably just have to like shed his robe if he can get to presumably his like secret laboratory, because I'm sure he has a secret laboratory. He can get his like that he could free himself. I'm sure by getting a new robe.
I could also see him using the defend Caesar position as like, I'm going to put out my fire now.
Yeah, you can totally do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's ready. Ready would do it. Clearing officially appropriate status.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
We get a seize a position by disengaging for 1.
No.
No?
You're gonna spend
a fatigue.
Okay. Then he's going to,
do you just earthbend the window shut?
He emergency ejects out of his mecha robe, and it just like goes flying off of him.
Yeah.
And he's wearing like a way too tight suit under it.
Shows the paunch, the old
rubber.
guy paunch.
Yeah, he's in like it's like a leather cat suit basically that goes under the mech robe.
I'm gonna take a condition of gross.
He's not in good shape. He relies a lot on he has still on the catsuit though. There is like limb assists on it, so there's like springs and stuff at the joints. He's a technology fighter. He thinks working out is for the weak. Why would I need to work out when I can build robot muscles for myself?
He works out his mind.
Yeah. He works out at the library.
Lifted books.
Yeah,
Perfect.
but he's got robot empowered arms. The smoke palming is the problem. That's what he wants to do, but he doesn't have it. So he's ready. He's got 2. He can't even do 4 defend moves. So he's gonna retaliate. He's gonna put his old man hands up, and he's gonna robot empowered punch you if you try to touch
hear
him.
no bell.
Yeah, pretty much. He's not looking good.
All right.
Oh.
Thing here. That's an 11.
That's an 11. All right.
All right. So seek vulnerabilities. So I'm just gonna like size up the cat suit for vulnerabilities.
The buckles that hold the robot arms on are where it's weakest.
Okay. Then I will spend a fatigue to enact patience.
Okay.
And I will fireblade him, which is 2 fatigue and impaired. And due to seek vulnerabilities, I also shift his balance off the track.
Yeah. You fireblade him. He collapses in a steaming pile. It's just a giant blade of flame.
Blade of flame just cuts all the buckles off. It's probably Sato is like standing in front of him as the cat suit falls down, so it's still PG.
He just kind of like falls back and like there's just a cloud of smoke. So we don't see anything. There's a cloud of smoke where he was, and he's just like flumped over on the ground. If he survives, it'll be waking up in 1d6 days.
Wait, do I still get my turn?
Sure,
Yeah,
he's
so does
gonna
he.
wake up in 1d6 days, though. This is true, but yes, you can still kick him while he's down.
Yeah. Well, because
and he's doomed again.
And he's doomed again. Yeah, he's on fire still.
Still had one hold.
I have fewer conditions marked than my highest principle, so I get to roll with focus for evade and observe. So I'm gonna do that. Yes.
Cool.
So I can now move my Mark 1 fatigue to use a learn technique. That technique becomes practiced. I'm gonna use the mud.
You sink him into the floor.
He's sunk into the floor.
You have trapped him inside the floor.
He's trapped in the floor, and the bomb hasn't been dealt with.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna.
I'm glad Quill isn't here for this. I'm not sure it'd be good.
I'm gonna commit to recenter myself to go back up to +2, -2.
Do you want to hit your moment of balance as like we're all walking out and you just fucking flip the switch on the bomb and we
do I need to do my moment of balance to just like throw a crystal at the bomb to set it off as we leave?
Blow up the tower? You can blow up the tower with that.
Go on.
Do you lie to Quiwa and I assume Aeon when we ask where he is?
You can say he blew up in the tower. You don't. That doesn't imply anything.
Yeah.
No, the bomb must have gone off. Who fucking knows? Like
before, I meant like right after the fight is over, because we were like one floor downstairs before the bomb goes off.
You'll hear the explosion.
We're in the tower.
We're in the before the bomb without cutting. When we ask where he is, do you tell us he's just unconscious upstairs?
I would leave that to Honto. Not Honto. Sato. Sato Honto.
Honto's just like, leave me to die.
We can Bernie's him like, guys, I'm fine.
He's in the floor.
He's in the floor.
I think Sato will just say, the threat has been dealt with. We need to leave.
And the bomb?
Don't worry about it.
We need to leave quickly.
Quiwa and Aeon look at each other, I suspect, for a second. And Quiwa says, we need to get him out of the blast radius. In a disappointed voice, like she's resigned to it, but means it.
You also haven't signaled your getaway ship yet?
Yeah, we need to
go signal. I do believe, Quiva, you saw some additional pressure.
That's true, yeah.
And the Navy's coming.
Yeah, so I think that's what she says. She says,
you know the Navy will stop your rescue ship.
Yeah, so... She cannot jump out windows. She is not good enough at airbender to do that safely.
You've got the plunger thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it faster to run down the stairs?
It's faster to zip line, obviously. Come on.
You also get a +1 if you use the zip line. If you travel by sea link.
Aeon, I look at you, and I say, we need to get to the cannons as fast as we can.
I guess that's what this is for?
Yep.
If you give it to her, she takes it.
Yeah.
And looks at it, and she says,
"You're the best shot."
Yeah, she's never actually shot a gun before, or if this is
it's a tube with 2 plungers.
Yeah, so she's just like, okay, I think I can work with this, and she's gonna aim at the closest to the cannon safe shot that she can make with this. But she says, I think she just leaves this whole conundrum with Aeon as she fires. I don't know if she needs to roll to fire this. You said there was a +1, so maybe there is a roll.
Yeah, you have to roll to get to the cannon room safely.
Okay.
This whole place is a mess. You have to do, I don't know, push your luck, if you will,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Get through this.
Okay, so yeah, Quiwa is just gonna say to Aeon, like, I don't think you would be okay if he was left in the explosion.
Well, thanks.
And Bow, I support Aeon in this. And then she just like fires and zips lines down, and I think she exits.
A very comical thwunk as the plunger hits the wall behind you,
like a kind of gross sound.
Yeah.
Take a kid with you.
Yeah, take my brothers.
Take
3 kids and 4 adults, and
I'm gonna take the 10-year-old because he's the youngest.
No. Like
No.
Sato's got his son.
Okay, then
you can take the twins. The twins are like hanging on one on each leg.
Yep. I mean, they're like probably as tall as Quiwa is, to be fair.
Yeah, it's goofy.
Yep.
They're also still dressed up as Might and Tides.
Oh, yep. Okay, Quiwa is going to roll to push her luck, and is going to do it with a +1 because of the ability. So add a blood to this. It's an 11 then.
Nice.
Yeah, you make it to the cannon range.
We just see like the long line of cannons, and then like Might and Tight combat rolling, and then you drop in front of them.
Yeah, pretty much. They're immediately touching cannons.
Okay. And I think she says, just like we practiced. I'm assuming that, yeah, she's going to bring them into signaling for the boats, and she's going to do the signaling for the boats. I think we discussed it was firing the cannons in a certain rhythm, basically, like fire, pause, fire, fire, or something.
Something like that. There is a code rhythm that you fire the cannons to. You can totally do that. This does not fix the problem of the Navy ship.
It's getting closer.
Yeah, but now on the other side of the zip line, what's everyone else doing?
Aeon. We need to just leave him.
I mean, Sato needs to leave with the kid. Gestures at the zip line. That's what we're here for, right?
I mean, we need to leave Honto where he is to his fate.
That can be discussed at a later moment. Right now, Sato needs to leave with Toshiro. Backs away towards the upstairs.
Okay. Wow, this is not the time to quibble. If we are going to win this fight, we need to win it in a way we are proud of.
Did you just roll to see which side you took?
Mm-hmm. I could have seen it going either way.
I could have too.
If the future is to mean anything to any of us, we cannot act like the Fire Nation.
I want Cayenne charge, but not like this.
What direction would you be shifting me?
Trust, I guess.
I would assume trust too. Or I guess that depends on if I embrace or not, right?
It does. Well, no, with the new rule, I shift you regardless on a 7 and on a 10 plus. I'd do it twice. So yeah, I'd be shifting towards trust.
I think he'll just sort of like take a big sigh and go, So we're gonna take him all the way back to Trio Fey, lock him up, and Aeon's gonna talk with him?
No, I've got a better idea than that. Let's just stop the bomb. Does it really need to go off? Like you said, Backfire planted it. I didn't know anyone here was suddenly a part of Backfire.
Well, I don't know how to disarm a bomb. Do you? I was thinking we can grab him and leave, and the bomb will go off on an empty building.
I mean, we could chuck the bomb into the water. I'm sure that'll do something not to a building.
I think it's
We're on a
easier.
deserted island.
Right, a deserted island, and I don't want to touch a bomb that's gonna go off. Can we just leave the bomb alone?
Look, easier isn't always the right thing to do. We got Koshiro. Let's get him out and make our best next step towards a better world. This bomb is not going to help with anything.
I'm. Oh wait, hold on. Let me do my. So I embraced it. Clear condition. I'm gonna clear 2 fatigue. I still want to be angry. So I want to call on Aeon to live up to his principle. Where is it? Moves list.
Got it.
Yeah, I want to call you out to results. By saying if we don't take him, he's just gonna do exactly what he was doing before. Whether or not Kai is in charge, he's still in the Fire Nation, able to do whatever. If we take him with us, we have everything we need.
So, you want us to become kidnappers? You want us to take a person and involuntarily incarcerate them, kind of like where we started?
We want you to assist in bringing a criminal to justice.
I'm not saying we execute him in prison. He stands trial for his crimes and is given the just punishment. So I will shift away from center.
Also, boy, am I glad you're no longer my lodestar. If that was the case, you wouldn't have to roll. I would just have to do whatever you say.
I got a 7 to call you out.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to see what. Thank you.
Challenge view in turn, mark 1 fatigue, or they shift your balance as they choose.
I don't
Meaning
mind.
you would shift the balance.
And then, Marissa, you must either do it or mark a condition.
Okay. On a hit, they're called to act as you say. Either do it or mark a condition. Credit. That still puts the onus on me to pick.
You can see it going either way. Roll a d2.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with both of you were just arguing a moment ago to leave him here while a bomb went off. I have very little confidence that if he was in incarceration with us right now, that he would make it to the end of the day.
Do not
I
mistake
don't
the
care what
easiest
the two of you
solution.
are doing, but I am getting him out, and I'm taking angry.
Wait, so you said you don't care what either of you were doing, but I'm getting him out, like out from any of the PCs, is what you meant?
I intend to take him out of the tower and just leave him, or get the bomb out of the room and just leave it.
Okay.
But
But
either
not
way,
take him into custody.
No, I'm heading upstairs. Are
Bow
you?
triggers his moment of balance and kills 2 people with a bomb.
I would totally actually be okay with that.
That's strike 3.
Oh my god, that would be so funny.
If you would like to
Be
murder your
warned, I have
companion,
This again. There
I
are so
know.
many times
Warned.
where the City of Mist move stop holding back. That move is the best part of the whole game to me.
Mm-hmm.
I have almost no fatigue and no conditions. Trigger a bomb, I might still live.
Which way are you shifting my balance, by the way?
Oh,
'Cause you-
right. Your trust and self-reliance.
Mhm.
I don't want you to rely on yourself anymore. I want you to trust me. Trust.
Okay. Um. Yeah, I don't think Bao is gonna trigger the bomb, but I don't think he's also going to. But you are my ward. Damn it.
Being a ward is so useful.
I
All
go
right,
to
so
help
it's
reluctantly.
So I think
Good.
we move to like Aeon getting up to the Honto, assuming there's no one else in the tower.
there's
and just
an empty room up there.
There's an empty room?
Yeah.
He got
he
out
got
of the
himself
mud.
out.
No, he's in the floor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
will
walks
just
into
go-
an empty room.
In which case you kind of find Aeon like knocking around to try and figure out where he is.
oh no! Wait, can Bao use this to his advantage?
Yeah, it looks like no one's there.
Roll
Are you
trick.
gonna lie? I think that would probably take back that like we'd go over the call someone out again if you don't actually go along with it. But yeah,
I'm just saying that you walk into an empty room.
yeah.
I've seen you with mud. I look at this floor. I'm not an idiot. I know that he's in
Yeah,
there somewhere.
there's probably a
I'm trying
patch
to
of brickwork that's now fully flat or something instead of
Yeah.
bricks.
Wet carpet.
Yeah.
I'm pulling around in my pockets to see if I've got something that can get him out of there.
Yeah, once Bao comes up and sees you doing it, he'll just sort of sigh and like kick the ground, and then he'll come up out of the ground.
Aeon looks over and gives kind of like a nod and thank you. And then kind of grabs him under the arms and starts dragging him towards the door as best he can. There is a
I'll
clear
help.
opportunity.
Oh,
All right.
flash
think that-
forward to the beach or wherever.
Yep. I think
Yeah.
the beach. There's probably I imagine there's
Well-
cliffs near the docks is where the cannons are. But I don't-
Yeah, there's the cannons. There's the oncoming Navy ship. Sato can make it to the beach pretty easily. Is someone staying with the? Are we shooting the ships with the cannons?
I think that
I mean, there's
yeah.
Use
I think
it.
Quiwa says I think Quiwa is for a time talking to the twins, and the twins are probably encouraging her. Like, you can do it, you can take them out. Because so far they've went up against everything they've seen on this island and won. So at this point, their ego is just, we'll take on a whole battleship. It's fine.
Except for, their Pai-Sho matches.
Well, yeah, that doesn't count.
That's a game for nerds.
we
Yeah.
didn't play. We didn't come here to move tiles. We came here to kick some ass.
Yeah. They've really gotten into the wrestling persona thing, and yep, not sure how much is still an act. So I think Quiwa is when we come back, she does fire the cannon a few times at the ship to sort of test their defenses. because she doesn't actually have that much experience with cannons. Duo Fei did have some, but she was more focused on archery. And so I think it takes her a few shots to really figure out how to aim a cannon. Now, because this is a TV show, it only takes a few shots, not...
And you have the twins powder monkeying for you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Perfect. But I think that Quiwa is going to ask the twins, like, hey, do you know, like... I think she probably spies... That's what she's going to do. She's going to try and trick shot and shoot a cannonball into the smokestack and, like, plug it and kill their engine. I don't think she's going to sink the ship. She's going to stall it. Just
stall it out in the middle of the ocean so it can't go anywhere.
Yeah. Because I think that the cannons... these cannons are strong. They can conceivably sink a ship, but I think the Fire Nation would be able to quickly repair it before they took on too much water.
Yeah, cool. Stalling the ship out is a good move about that.
So Quiwa has this sort of epiphany of like how you shoot arrows from the top of a wall. You like do it ballistically rather than straight out.
Yeah, she's like, wait, no, aim up, more up, and she's just like, starts aiming in a complete arc. And she probably has a flashback to Aeon explaining to her about how some of the engines work, the smaller versions of the engines. It's probably one of those, like, if you have to fight one of the robots who, like, for some reason use steam engine robots, here is how you might do it. And this was probably some stuff where, from the planning.
Shoving a potato in the exhaust.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to burn the moment of truth, I think, to...
Disable the Fire Nation
Disable
ship.
the Fire Nation ship. Yeah. Moment of balance. I think she's like, okay, I can do this. And she is going to... just as she's about to fire... she stops just as the wind picks up slightly. Now it's a cannonball, isn't that bothered by wind, but I think she slightly adjusts the aim at the last second before firing, and that's why she gets it in.
Cool.
And then I think we just see like sputtering, and the smoke from the top of the Fire Nation ship just like stops coming out, and it stalls.
Yeah. I think after that, we do cut down to the beach, and we see the group of y'all. Or at least most of you there.
We left Ponto somewhere up where he was out of blast radius and not with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we see the water tribe ship, ostensibly. Yeah, you're not getting picked up on a surfboard. It's an actual ship coming in.
Yeah.
Hey, dudes, I got here.
Yeah, but we just get all of you on the beach with a burning castle behind you, and Dama's on the beach, and he has a golden wrestler. No, it's a wrestler belt. That's what came out of this tournament. It's a golden it's like a big hexagonal Pai-Sho tile in the middle with like golden flange off of it. It's world's best Pai-Sho player, the belt. That he is now sporting over his robes. The tournament may be over. He still came home with the belt.
I think we're almost out of character, unusually congratulatory of Dama that he won the tournament. Like, Dama, you did it! You fulfilled your destiny!
Bao goes, puts a hand on Dama's shoulder, goes, proud of you, kid.
Quiwa just is in the background and gives him a look.
Yeah, and then we get, I think, the closing moment with each of our characters as the ship is coming in to pick you up from the burning island.
I think
so we all get like a little moment.
I think Sato just kneels down next to Koshiro and says, I want you to meet the rest of my family, as he introduces all of you to his son.
Yeah. I don't know if you have
It's
to go
me,
name my name.
Crystal Champion.
Yeah, Quiwa introduces herself. I don't know if we want to go summarizing the scene or playing out the scene.
Yeah, it's just like, these are all exceptional people, and if you are ever in trouble, find one of them. And then, yeah, you guys can sum yourselves up.
For now, Quiwa is up chatting with what was his name? There's so many names.
Connacht or
the surfer guy who's piloting the
Connacht.
raft.
No, we don't. Surfer Guy doesn't come back.
Okay.
You don't.
Whoever is piloting our boat, then.
No, I'm saying you don't get to the boat. We leave you on the beach.
Oh. Okay.
The show leaves you on the beach.
Okay. I think then in that case, Quiwa goes up to Bao and says, I don't think I'm going back home. Everything that we've seen has shown me how dangerous our enemies are, and how much of a danger that in some ways I am to them, even though I don't want to be. I have this heritage, this group of people, these powers, that I don't know anything about. And I won't find out by going back home. So I'm going to be leaving Trio Fey. I might not go back there in the first place. I haven't decided yet. But I wanted to let you know.
I think Bao, like, when you start talking, looks concerned, but then he sort of just, like, puts both hands on your shoulders and goes, you are a very capable and strong young woman, and I trust you to do what's right and take care of yourself like you did today. That was badass with the ship.
Quiwa started tearing up when you say that, and then she like half laughs, half cries when you say that last bit. And she says, "Thank you. I was lucky, but
that wasn't luck. That was skill. Trust in yourself more. And while I don't think I'll ever stop worrying about you, I'll try and only come to your defense when you want me to."
Thank you. Oh, I'm not calling the wedding off, by the way. I'm not intending this to be a permanent thing, so, don't call it off if there's any miscommunication.
I think Bao will take off like one of his like crystal rings and just hand it over to you, like, to remember me by.
Thank you. You'll be there when I get back, won't you?
Well, I kind of owe the boys a trip to Bossing, say.
Oh. Well,
You get to take a vacation, I get to take a vacation.
You've earned it. Well, I want to hear all about it when you get back, and I'll tell you about if I found an airbending trainer, or however that ends up going.
Maybe you'll find the Avatar.
Yeah, I think we can end it with that line.
Yeah, and then we get Aeon sitting with,
Think
the Fire
Aeon...
Nation guy.
Oh, I ditched the Fire Nation guy a while back.
He's just laying on the beach.
Yeah,
just
he's
leaving
just
him unconscious, bleeding on a beach. Cool.
He might be snoring now if we go by video game knocking people out where they just start sleeping.
Absolutely. video game version of this. My whole point was to save him. But no, Aeon's kind of looking back and forth between the three of you and is like, wait, so we're splitting up?
Forever.
We have our home. It will always be home. And we have our family. Neither of those are going to change. But even if we sometimes leave each other, we'll come back. And she looks at Sato, who hasn't spoken yet much, and she says, family always comes back for each other.
It is a rare gift we have been given. And in a strange way, we owe it to Honto. Our paths may diverge from here, but we will meet again. And if ever you should need me, come for me. Just call.
You're going back to Trio Fey for his mother, aren't you?
That is a long conversation. First, I will find somewhere safe.
She nods. And I think Quiwa looks at the kid and she says, some people have called your father dishonorable. A lot of people. But to all of us, he's one of the most honorable people that we know. He loves you very much. And you will find a lot of wisdom in his words.
Aeon's been looking down and trying to figure something out. And at the end of the little bit of the conversation there, he looks up and says, if we're all splitting up, I'm going to stay here.
I want to spend one of my hold.
Ending moment. Hold refused.
Yeah, I spend one fatigue to block your disengagement.
Yeah, I wanna figure out what you're up to without you knowing.
Oh, sure. Figuring out what I'm up to without I'm knowing. I mean, I was about to tell you, so sure.
But now you don't say.
My goal here was essentially, or rather, if I'm with Lieutenant Kai, I can keep him on the right path. I can learn so much more in the Fire Nation, and I have more about the tech. I can, there's not a lot for me back home. Even Natsu is here. There's no good reason for me to leave except for you guys, and you guys aren't even sticking together. So I don't know, maybe I'll just enlist in the Fire Nation Army.
Don't do that.
Don't do
That
that.
is the. Do not listen to that devil on your shoulder.
I don't think I specifically said that aloud. Bao probably got that bit.
Yeah. Okay. So, whatever you do, do not enlist. Don't do that. You're so smart and so capable. Don't do that.
Yeah. And also
either way, I can find some way to survive around here. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Aeon's staying in the island. Dama does bring up a good point. That we're not actually all breaking up. There's actually a tournament in Ba Sing Se that I might need the Crystal Champion for. It's a teams event. You're coming with me, Bound.
okay, I'll don the armor once again.
The twins are probably like, yes,
yeah.
Pai-Sho
yeah,
tournaments are awesome. Shit
Might and
explodes.
Tide are back again.
I think
best team.
Definitely one last thing Bao wants to do with Aeon is he pulls out from somewhere like very like poetically. There's like a list of names and people's strikes, and he goes to Aeon's page and just rips it out, crumples it up, and throws it into the sea and goes, "You don't have 2 strikes anymore. But if you join the Fire Nation military, I swear I will bury you."
1 strike, all in.
Yeah. So we got growth questions.
Yeah. And everyone gets a little ring from Bao.
We don't need to do growth questions. That's too silly.
Yeah, growth questions.
Yeah, we don't need to do growth questions.
Yep. Yeah. Anyway, then we just get title card, end of book 4 or book 3 tournament.
Yep.
And we will return next season. And 2 months later, Nickelodeon canceled us.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the great tonal shift between
it was going to be like
2 and 3 did not go over well with execs.
3 years later, everyone's older. It was going to be a whole thing.
There was a lot more gimmicks and a lot more murder in season 3, and that did not warrant a renewal.
No. We're gonna wait 10 years, and then Netflix will pick it up.
Nope, live action remake, but only of the tournament arc.
Only of the tournament arc.
It's a live action movie. It's not a whole season.
Oh, it's the Boss Sing Say tournament arc movie. That's what it is.
Ooh, yeah, it's the breakout one that doesn't go well. The straight to DVD.
It's directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
Take on the Boss Sing Say tournament.
All new voice actors,
of course,
and nobody even sounds alike.
Yeah, it's a celebrity cast. That's what it is. It's celebrity cast that's bad voice acting, like good actors but bad voice actors.
No, it's live action. It's live action.
Oh, live action. You're right.
And they take the bending out for budget reasons.
And they use D-list celebrities on their way down.
Yeah. It does not do well.
But it doesn't do well, but it pays for itself. It was low budget,
but
it
makes $1 million or $2 million.
Yeah, breaks even.
Well, sorry I broke the game. But thanks for playing the silly tournament arc.
It was great. I think when we the last 2 sessions have been phenomenal, and I think the reason for that has been us upping the pacing of it and changing the focus of the arc.
Well, it was deciding that the arc wasn't a filler arc and that the arc was a finale arc. That's what changed it.
Yeah.
The filler arc, it means you gotta fluff the whole time and have fights that don't matter. So when we get to the real finish, we have stuff that we care about. So if it was the filler arc, you would not have been fighting Hanto because he has to come back later.
Yeah, we only would have been fighting him in a Pai-Sho match.
Yeah, you wouldn't actually fight Hanto if it wasn't a finisher.
Yeah. Yeah.
What were you saying, Marissa?
Nothing. I'm good.
Okay. Well, this is the end of Avatar Legends, except for next week. We will be back with a review of the game for the first bit. And then, after that, we will be pivoting towards our next game, which will be Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
2.
Yep. The second Pathfinder.
It's 2.
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, it's gonna be very it's gonna be very silly because it has a bunch of rules. And I built a Judge Dredd cleric
who heals. Aren't they
Judge
it's a Dredd
cleric,
healer?
But it's more like only the guilty or only the convicted get hurt kind of approach.
Ooh, aren't you also the tank then?
I'm a little bit tanky. It's a stupid character. It's Pathfinder. They're all Pathfinder stupid characters.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I'm Bear Dwarf, man.
Yeah, you're a Bear Dwarf with a gun.
Bear Dwarf with a gun and a pet bear.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
two bears and a
stupid,
gun.
So. Don't worry, my backup character's a skeleton, so...
Oh, my backup character's a dog with a gun. So...
Oh, okay.
Do they have a pet dog?
No, they're just a cowboy dog.
I have a pet gun.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So we'll be jumping into that after the review next week.
Cool.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
And thanks for watching.